Hey now, welcome everybody. This is Talkin Van Halen, the weekly show and podcast where we talk about the greatest rock and roll band in the world, Van Halen. The original Van Halen show. And here we are with the one and only Rob. One of the originals from the
Merry
channel
Christmas.
here.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Happy everything that everybody celebrates.
Happy everything. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yeah.
Happy Ned. Happy Ned. Ned is here for Catterday tomorrow.
Right. Arnie's over on the couch.
Happy Festivus, Leo.
I love that guitar rack you have over there, Johnny. That is really cool. I love the lighting.
This thing?
Yeah.
Well, Rob, speaking of the lighting.
Yeah, I know, right? Or lack thereof.
There's some there.
I got the Christmas tree in the background, yeah.
There you go. Oh, there you go, yeah. Speaking of the Guitar Noir, that has the special lights where any super chat will change the color of those lights. It's like a special feature on the channel here. If you'd like to help support the show, support this channel, any super chats will magically change the color of those lights in the Guitar Noir while we're live during the show.
That is cool. That is awesome.
So if you'd like to help support, and if you want to be like really, really hardcore and help support the channel, you can become a channel member, a member of Johnny Beane TV here on YouTube. By the way, it's December 24th, 2021, 8:14 p.m. Eastern, 5:14 Pacific out here in Santa Cruz, California. But the top channel members are the executive producers, and they are Dave Ennis, Vinyl Freak 5150, Mike Neese, Music Therapy Laz, who is currently on vacation in Peru, Majestic PB and Jellycat, Wayno, False Flag, Sherman Callahan, Andy Carson, Michael B, Arhabs, Warlag, the Chad, Lenny Lou and Mary, who I just added on Facebook, James Gum, John Moronic, Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, the Captain, Thomas Santiago, Joe Christian, Jim Ray Hawkins, and Steve Carmichael. That's the top tier of channel members. Again, if you'd like to become a channel member, click that join button below, right below the 15 thumbs ups. And David Share, thank you so much. Happy holidays to all.
Awesome.
See? Look at that.
Look at that.
You didn't see me get up. I get up. You didn't see me get up and fiddle with those lights back there. It magically changed.
Well, nothing gets you down either. So.
You know? Well, yeah, nothing does. Thank you. Thank you, David Share. Happy holidays.
Very, very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're live here on YouTube. We're also live on Facebook, Johnny Beane TV Facebook page, where if you'd like to help support over there, we have what's called Facebook Stars, which is a digital gift that helps in the production of these shows. And we're also live all over Facebook in the Van Halen 1974 to Forever Facebook group. Just under 63,000 members. A lot of 5150s in there tonight. We're live in the EVH Gear Fans Live Facebook group and Facebook page. And of course, my personal profile where I'm just under 5,000 members. I just let Lenny Lou and Mary into my Facebook page. And what else? Yeah, it's a podcast. That's right. This is a podcast on playback. So you can actually listen to Johnny Beane TV, Johnny Beane TV podcast, pretty much everywhere. You can actually ask Siri to play the Johnny Beane podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. We're also on SoundCloud. This is actually a podcast on Facebook in the Johnny Beane TV Facebook page. And probably a million other Facebook, podcast places that bootleg the show that I don't even know of. Probably.
We got 12,000 5150s here tonight.
We do. We have a lot of people here. welcome back, Rob Johnson.
Yes,
You
thanks.
know, one of the originals to the channel here. I mean, the show that you did last night with Kurt 5150. I mean, people were just
That was a fun show.
they couldn't believe it.
That was a fun show. We have a lot of fun. We always have a lot of fun with Johnny, and when we bring Kurt on, and he's around, that's always a good time. Kurt's just a great guy. He's a lot of fun. Again, like we said last night, but he was so much fun to hang out with. Oh, cool. Thank you, Steven.
Stephen Franklin, John Beane, Merry Christmas to you and yours, Rob, and any other hosts that may pop in. Have a great holiday and stay safe. Stephen Franklin, thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody
Thank you,
that's
man.
over in the chat saying hello and how are you? Yeah, hi everyone. We'll go through all the names here in a little bit, but yeah, definitely. Actually, I can do that, Johnny. If you want me to go through the names and
Sure.
all
Read
right.
some.
Let's see what
Yeah. Who do we have? Who do we have
we
here?
have. We have Harlan 5150, John Moronic. Cool.
John Moronic, channel member.
Yeah. Tim Thomas, Majestic PB and J, Cat.
Sharon Wilddollar on Facebook.
Yep. Thomas Santiago, hello. Sammy Tree, David Schneer. Well, Stephen Franklin, Danham, New Jersey. All Dave, all night. We also have, let's see, who else we got in here? We've had some other people jumping in. Warlag or War One, is that Warag?
I think it's Warlag.
Warlag, yeah.
Channel member, producer, executive producer.
Randy Price, tell Rob to put his Johnson up and let's go. No sword fighting tonight. No sword fighting tonight, but we'll see.
Yeah, OnlyFans.
Oh, Wayne K. Furman, Leo Safko. You related to Craig Stofko? No, I'm kidding.
Close.
Megatod, 707, Thrash Metal Fun Riffs. What's going on? John Evans, Jim Ochoa, John Hervey, 84. And let's see, we have a Facebook user. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas to you, Facebook user, whoever you are.
Facebook user, you must be watching from the Van Halen group, I would assume. You can actually sign, there's instructions where you can actually sign in to where we can see your name and your avatar. But thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave a like on, and if you're watching this on Facebook.
Metallina. Is that what it is? Metallina, yeah. Metallina. And
Metalina A. Metalina A.
I think I go. Sharon, what's going on? Sharon Willdollar. Kurt 5150 is here. At least he will be for a little bit. What's up, Kurt? I ended up watching again last night, and I was laughing all over again. It was a good time. WD 5150. Yeah, we got some cool stuff to talk about tonight. Who else we got? Randy Price. I think I said Randy. And Stephen Franklin. We said Steve is here. Zach Thong. What's going on?
Great to see you, man.
James Lyle. Woods 2021. What's happening? James Gum. The original Paramutant. What's happening? How you doing, man?
The original.
The original. Not the reboot, the original.
Yeah. Like this show, the original.
Right. Nick Horton, what's going on? Nightbot is here, and that's it. What's happening, everybody? Great to see everybody. Merry Christmas. We had a real fun show last night. I was down in my guitar room and brought out some interesting new guitars. So if you guys want to see some cool stuff and you didn't check out last night's show, go back and we go over some interesting guitars. I think, Johnny, what did we talk about? We talked about the Frankenstrat, the 5150, the Snake Dragon, the Purple Music Man, which is a grape guitar.
That's great. Yeah. You talked about those two Kramers that you guys are holding in the thumbnail?
Yes. Yeah, the Kramers, which I did a little bit more work to mine today. Clayton James Hicks, what's going on, buddy? Merry Christmas. How are you? Yes, today is Frankenstrat Friday. Yes, it is.
That's right, man.
Thanks, James. Yeah, last night was fun. It was a good time. It's always fun hanging out with those guys. Oh, and by the way, I spoke to Chris Hubbard today on the phone for a few minutes, and
Uh-huh.
he said to say hello to everybody. He's doing some family stuff tonight, and I told him I was going to be on the show tonight, and he just wanted to give a shout out to everyone and say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, he's great, man.
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, he's been, I don't know, Johnny, have you seen some of the 5150s he's doing? He's been doing like 50 5150s or
Oh
there's
my
more.
gosh.
And they're all
No,
oh, they're crazy, yeah.
the only stuff I've seen of him is the DeLorean.
Yeah, well,
The DeLorean stuff.
he's definitely done that, and he's still loving that DeLorean. But if you get on Hubbard's Instagram, he's done a lot of the stuff on his story, so it, obviously it changes. But
Mhm.
I think there's some pictures of he has of
Good
his
for 24 hours.
yeah. But yeah, they're amazing. They're just like the one he did for me. They're phenomenal. Um, really cool guitar. But yeah, actually was off today and worked out a little bit this morning and ran some errands. Saw a little bit of family and actually did a little bit of work on this guitar. So actually, the humbucker is now it's black. It's not zebra anymore. And I think I showed you guys, but I hogged out the cavity a little bit more last week. But I thought I'd go with a black humbucker just because I just think it looks a little bit more badass in this guitar. So I got a little trick when I want to do that to a humbucker, or I should just say a pickup. If I want to paint it, or I want to make it black, or I want to make it white or cream, I take little framing nails and I put them over the pole pieces because they're magnetic, and that's what covers those up. Tape it off, and I just spray it.
Oh, wow.
So actually works out perfect. And as long as you don't paint the pole pieces, you don't mess up the pickup at all. So yeah, it came out really cool. So now it's yeah. And Kurt's gonna send me those gray 5150 stickers. So yeah. So I got a chance to jam on this guitar a lot today. So had some fun with this. And
Right on.
what do you guys think of this new 5150 iconic amp? I've been watching some videos on YouTube and I don't have one, but I'm really considering snagging one. I don't, not right away, but down the road. What do you think, Johnny? I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing so far.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I think I've been watching a lot of the reviews on those, and you even see James Brown himself in some of the comments in some of those
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
Which, like you had mentioned last night, you and I, we kind of hung out with him at the NAMM show,
Find that
well,
picture.
a few years ago,
2019. It was,
19, 20, couple years, couple years, where you got to play through one of his amps, I think,
yeah.
that he was working on at the time.
He was with Amp Tweak. Was it Amp Tweak? It was Amp Tweaker, right? Amp Tweaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's that?
I believe that's what it was. Brian Davies. Just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas as it's done
Yeah,
midnight here in the UK.
Here's Johnny, me.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, and James Brown. There's three of us. Yeah.
Oh, dude, can you send me that?
Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I got that one, and then here's Johnny. Hey, whoop.
Oh yeah, please send me those. That'd be awesome. I had no idea.
Yeah, and then there's me and him hanging out.
Dude, send me that one too, man.
Look like Michael Myers. Look at me. Don't I look at the hair? Doesn't it look like Michael Myers? Michael Myers is smiling. There's me hanging out with Adam and Scott Smith. But yeah, actually, I'll send you those. There's
awesome.
Another picture of
anything you want to send me, preferably send it through WhatsApp.
Oh, I don't have that.
Yeah, I know. I know. You've got my real.
I gotta get that though. I do.
You have my real phone number, but yeah. If anybody wants to send me any photos of any guitars or anything during any of these shows, send them through WhatsApp via that phone number. You can still text that phone number anytime, day or night. But if you want to make a real connection to the show, where you actually call me or text me and I know who you are, connect with me via WhatsApp. Thank you.
And then here's another one. This one, Johnny took this picture. This is James. This is me playing one of James Brown's guitars, playing through his amp. Sorry for the. I know the picture is really blurry. Sorry about that, but you guys get the hit. There's James Brown standing there. He's checking something out. I'm jamming one of his guitars through his amp. And there's also another picture. Well, there's a whole bunch of pictures, but
that's James Brown of EVH. He's the one who designed the 5150 Iconic amp. He's the designer.
Yeah, not hey, James Brown. Not that one.
Not that James Brown.
James,
I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. But no, it's not that one.
There's me hanging out with Floyd Rose. I'm actually showing him a picture of a whale tail, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we still make those." I'm like, what? Who's gonna argue with the master, right?
Floyd Rose himself.
There's some other pictures. Hold on, from the NAMM show. I got a whole bunch of stuff from the NAMM show. I'm gonna, and then there's a picture. I got a picture of Caleb, Johnny, and I standing next to the Neptune guitar. And here's me hanging out with Doogie.
Oh, cool. Dugan.
The Duke Meister.
Dude, he's awesome.
Yeah.
We talk all the time.
Oh,
who's that? Wow.
The pint-sized whiskey drinking bass player.
I've got a photo as well right there from 1 year.
Oh yeah.
I've met him so many times over the years. I've got so many photos and videos with him. That's actually when I first started doing these even years before I started doing these shows. I did shows with Michael Anthony, with Satriani, with people like that.
There's Johnny.
That's kind of how that morphed into this.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are in front of the Kramer Neptune.
Yeah. One of my favorite Kramers.
Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood, California. Yeah, that's one of my favorites too, man. It's very cool. Hey, Guitar Man 45, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Happy Friday.
Hang on one sec. I'm just writing back to my boss. Hold on one second. He sent me a text that I was kind of dealing with before we got live. Just something
no problem. So good. Megatod. Michael Anthony he's super awesome. He is super, super cool. I actually have a bunch of videos with him and I on the channel here. So just search Michael Anthony on the channel, and you'll find a bunch of videos from like the NAMM show, from me doing basically Skype calls with him from like 10 years ago. Long time ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and like I said, that's kind of how we turned into like doing this type of thing. Was I started doing these things called Google Hangouts with people like Joe Satriani, Michael Anthony, Andy Summers from the Police. Actually, I was a guest on a show that he was a guest on called the Huffington Post Live, and that's kind of how I started doing these shows on my channel. That's pretty much, that was the beginning. That was the beginning, and then like a year or couple years later, Rob Johnson jumped on.
Yeah, that was a great time. We were kind of chatting about that last night. Actually, it was 2016. It was January 2016. I was in Chicago with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and Johnny and I just started chatting on the phone. And he was like, "Hey, why don't you join us? We do this thing on." I think we were doing it. We weren't doing it Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays yet. We were doing it like Mondays and Wednesdays, I think, or something like that. I remember we used to go 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was great. It was just like right off the bat, boom. I think one of the first shows I ever did with these guys was I think I showed my Steinberger, my GL2T, I think is what it was. Yeah. But yeah, Johnny went back a long way.
Dude.
Actually, yeah.
It's like I was telling you before we went live here, it's just gotten bigger and better, and yeah, anybody that's tuning in, these days, if you're new to this, we've been doing these things for years.
Yeah.
I think we said like 7 years. or something, and not just like once in a while, like weekly.
Yeah, Johnny, you've been really kicking it hard. Yeah, 7 years. That's what you were saying earlier. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
yeah, and now it's almost daily. It's combining with YouTube and doing Twitch. I'm trying to grow my Twitch channel, and currently I'm playing Grand Theft Auto every night.
That's so cool. That's
You
so
know,
cool.
which is a lot of fun. But I'm trying to get to develop the Twitch channel, and because there's a lot of stuff that we can do over there that we can't really do here.
Right.
You know, like play music. Oh yeah,
Hanging out with Grover Jackson. That was pretty fun.
there you go.
He's pointing at me like I'm famous. He's like, "Look at this guy." I'm like, no, look at this guy.
He's
And
like, who's this?
Here's the first time I met Johnny.
Ah,
This is the first time we actually met, like physically met. You know, we know each other for what 18 years at the time, but it's the first time we actually met like face to face. It was so cool.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's in Anaheim Convention Center for a NAMM show. That's right, Sharon Wilddollar. Show development. Yeah. Yeah, these things have been in the works for a lot of years, and it's getting, the more you do it, the easier. Well, not even the easier. It's just the more of a routine it becomes.
Yeah.
And we're so thankful for everybody that's been joining us on these things.
Yeah. It's interesting, and you watch a lot of the names you see. I recognize them from the beginning, and a lot of new names too. And it's just so cool. That's the
Mhm.
biggest thing about doing this stuff. The shows. I mean, Johnny's the expert on doing the shows, but whether you're talking about doing the shows or you're collecting the guitars or you're talking about them. Building them, painting them, playing them, whatever it is we all do. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you don't have to have a million guitars in your collection. You can have one or two. You can have none, and you can be aspiring to get a guitar. But it doesn't matter how long you've been in this. It's just so much fun. Because Johnny, I mean, we're always learning new stuff or seeing like a new picture on Ed, like, whoa,
Always.
Ed did that, or whoa, we didn't know he played that guitar. Or it's like all the time there's something cool coming out,
Yeah. 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 It's just it's amazing. Merry Christmas, CC. Merry Christmas, man.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Music Therapy Laz. Hey, man.
Can't stay long? Well, that's okay. You stay as long as you can, and while you're here, hope you enjoy yourself.
What time is it in Peru right now, man?
Oh, that's right. Who's on vacation in Peru?
Laz.
Oh, nice. That's
he lives here. We actually do a lot of we do a lot of live shows because we only live like an hour and a half apart, so we're always hanging out and stuff. But he's currently in Peru on vacation.
Awesome. I bet it's beautiful out there.
I don't even know where that is. I have no idea. I just know Paddington is from there.
Paddington? That's what the name of my old dog.
Paddington Bear is from
Paddington
Peru.
Bear, yeah.
Yeah. Guitar Collector 12. I owe my Van Halen guitar collection to you guys. Well, hey, Guitar Collector. You have 12 guitars? Is that
12 guitars. Right. Well, thank you very much, man. Hope we were an inspiration, definitely.
Right on, you guys.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Has Rob ever plated drugs or falsified a report? Never falsified a report, but I've disciplined people for falsifying reports.
James Lyle, I just found your channel a couple months ago. Love the shows. Thank you, James. Nice avatar, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, and James, if you go back, like Johnny said a little while ago, I mean, if you go back 7 years, man, even more than that, Johnny was doing some different videos.
It's been longer. I mean, I've been what you call a YouTuber since 2006.
Yeah.
And then I did a lot of videos. I mean, I'm not gonna go into it now, but basically, I've done. You can go back. There's just under 3,000 videos on the channel.
Yeah, a lot of them are like the instructional type little things Johnny did. Like he would show how to do like the table tray thing Ed did, and
Yeah, the tray table,
yeah, really cool stuff.
trick, the horse sound, the elephant sound, the dolphin sound, the mouse sound. I mean, there's so many little guitar things in that. You know,
and some of those
a lot
videos
of
are
stuff.
really cool to watch. They're really kind of neat to watch.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, actually, James, if you go back, I mean, I actually have a channel too. I got some videos that I've done over the last maybe couple years. I've had my channel up. I don't do nearly as many as Johnny, but I got some interesting videos.
You have a lot of stuff. What? Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, it's Rob EVH, Rob 5150 EVH, I believe. Yeah, Rob 5150 EVH is my channel. And for those, by the way, after last night, I had like 17 requests to follow me on Instagram, and I approved every single one of them. So if you guys also want to follow me on Instagram,
wow,
it's Rob CJ 5150 on Instagram, and I have a lot of pictures of my Van Halen guitars and stuff like that up there. So if you want to scroll through some of the stuff, there's some little sound clips and some interesting stuff. But
right on. There's Rob's YouTube channel. In the chat here on YouTube, by the way. I know we're live on Facebook as well, and there's like separate chats. So preferably, if you're watching us on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. That's where most everybody is watching us from.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So people are watching this. See, that makes me excited, knowing I put over 7 years work into this, and you got 17 requests
17
on Instagram.
Requests. Well, from last night until this afternoon. And they're all people that I didn't necessarily recognize, and they're all guitar people, so I know they all came from, I mean, I get requests every day, but not like in a pile like that. So I think they were really...
They weren't wearing bikinis.
No, they were all... There was no females, actually. I'm kind of taking a break from the female situation for a little bit.
You got to look out for those bikini requests, man.
Yeah, you got to look out for those. It's funny. I got a message on for a follow, whatever you want to call it, on Snapchat the other day. It was a a very pretty looking young lady, and she says, "Hey, how are you?" And right off the bat, I'm like, "All right, this is garbage, whatever." I'm like, "Good, how are you?" And she's like, "Oh, are you into sex? Do you want this or whatever?" And I forget what I wrote back, because I kind of knew what I was dealing with, whatever. She wrote something back like, "Oh, if you click on this, and then you can buy some of these pictures, and please check out my channel and subscribe and this and that." I wrote back, I'm like, "Lady, do I look like the kind of guy that has to pay for it?" Goodbye, and I deleted her.
You're like, "I want the free stuff."
Yeah. I don't go for these picture stuff. I like the real freaking thing. I'm old school. I'll go out and buy you a drink, and if I like you, I'll take you back to my place.
So that was on Snapchat?
Yeah, Snapchat. That kind of stuff is so funny.
Man.
And here we go. I just got another Instagram. So that's got to be somebody here.
Dude, if this is working, I got to put my Instagram in there too.
Yeah,
we got to get.
Right? Yeah, you better.
If this is working, oh man. Let me think. What's mine? I don't even.
Oh, Keenan Neighbor says Johnny was just at Rob's channel and saw a video of MeWise Magic Les Paul Steinberger. I remember that video. Oh my gosh, I was playing like absolute garbage that night, and that guitar was so far out of tune. I watch that video sometimes. I'm like, ugh, it's horrible. My playing was just. It wasn't so much my playing as much as the guitar was way out of tune. I mean, it was just awful, because that's not that guitar is the one that, it's a replica of the one that Eddie has, the 5150 Les Paul.
Right.
But it's not. Mine is a Steinberger bridge, but it's not a trans trem. It's a floating S trem bridge, which just means a standard bridge. So it'll pull up and it'll go down, and you can do all the wiggle stick fancy stuff, but it won't lock up or lock down like a trans trem will. It doesn't. It's not cammed in that particular way. And unfortunately, that guitar is a great guitar and it plays well. But when you start messing around with a bar, the whole thing goes whacked out of tune. So when I was messing around with it that night, it was kind of like, ugh. But it is a cool guitar. I do have a real Steinberger trans trem guitar, but that's
dude,
what that is. Yeah,
you're one of the few. You're one of the few. And Steve Barton, thank you, dude. Merry Christmas. Steve Barton, huge supporter of the channel here. Dude, thank you so much. That really helps with the, because the more of these shows that you do,
that is awesome, man.
I mean, the more, I mean, it's not free. I have to pay for this stuff. But thank you. And look at in his avatar. You see Steve Barton. You see who he's hanging out with? Can you see?
I can see.
That's Steve Barton.
That's Joe Satriani.
Yeah, that's Steve Barton on the right. That's Satriani on the left.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Jamming.
Nice,
Look at that.
Nice, Steve.
Steve, thank you so much, man.
Oh, speaking of the trans trem too, Johnny, when I do make it out to California again, whether it's in June or before June, and you and I get to hook up again, I'm bringing the Steinberger trans trem with me, because I want you to check it out, because I know you've never played it. So I'm going to bring it with me next time I come out.
I've never. That would be. I would love to play one and demonstrate.
Oh yeah, I'll bring it. We just need something to plug it into so you can, rip on it and a little amp or something. But yeah, definitely we'll bring it to like Guitar Center or something and whatever.
Awesome.
It's definitely a show-stopping show. And last year, was it last year or was it a year and a half ago? No, a year and a half ago, I think it was. Just before COVID. Jeff Babbitt's the guy that actually, I don't want to say built Eddie's, but technically built Eddie's. I mean, Eddie's was an original GL2T, but Jeff Babbitt's is the one that pretty much put it together. And one of his good friends actually painted the faceplate. Well, Jeff Babbitt's works for Headless. Well, he works with Headless USA, which is the Steinberger Corporation now. Ned Steinberger doesn't manage it anymore. But another Jim Ochoa just requested to follow me. You got it, buddy.
Dude,
this is amazing. So Jeff Babbitt's actually rebuilt mine a couple years ago, a year and a half ago, and he repainted the faceplate. He did everything, so it's all professional, just like Eddie's. And rebuilt the trans trem, refretted it, did the 0-fret EVH mod, which is kind of an interesting little mod, which I could talk about if anybody's interested. So it's like a brand new guitar. And that's the bass version. Yeah, there he is. That's Jeff Babbitt's. He's the guy that did Eddie's. Janice Lala, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you again.
Janice. You guys actually met. You guys actually met at EVH Con.
Yeah, she's a real sweetheart. Janice is a sweetheart. Nice person. I love those Steinbergers. Look at that. Look at that bridge. That's so cool. Is Jay here?
Wow. I don't know. Jay.
Someone said
John Beal. Is Jay here?
Yeah. Yesterday he sends a message. What are you dickheads doing?
Yeah. I know. There he is. Merry Christmas.
Jay, what's up?
Jay's here. Apparently he's been wearing the same shirt for a week, because I got a text of him sitting there at the table in the same shirt from like a week ago.
Food all over the front of it and everything. Drool. Merry Christmas, buddy. Jay,
wow.
did you get my? I think you did. You got my message the other day, then, huh? Comical, right? You'll know what I'm talking about. Johnny knows what I'm talking about.
Did you send it through WhatsApp?
Yeah, I did not.
Oh,
Keenan,
WhatsApp
thank
is
you
awesome,
very
man.
much. I subscribe to your YouTube channel. You have a great setup and love the channel. I can soak up the EVH. Thanks, Keenan. There's definitely some fun videos we did. Some there's a little bit of uh,
Keenan.
alcohol
Keenan's
involved,
awesome.
but it's a good time. Yeah.
Keenan is an awesome dude.
If you really want to see an
I'll tell
interesting
you that.
show, go back three years ago, whatever, 3 years ago, where Hubbard came over, and you can see the show slowly declining. We started out and we were talking about yeah, crash and burn. And at the end of the show, Hubbard was so drunk he could barely even play. It was so funny. Oh,
Was
God.
that on your channel or here?
That
Because
was
I
mine.
remember there was one here where you guys were.
That was on the one I'm talking about. I know was on my channel, and I think we did one with you too. But this particular one was on my channel because I still have people messaging me. Hey, I saw the drunk Hubbard and you show or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Nick Horton says, I got the Eruption Conversations book I'm going to open tomorrow. Can't wait to read. I'll tell you what, Nick, that is
Oh
a great book. That is a great book. It's got some really neat stuff. I mean, a lot of the stuff you'll already know, but a lot of the stuff you'll be like, whoa, I didn't know that.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one, yeah. Brad Talinsky and Chris Gill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brad-
we did a show here. We did a show on Amazon because I do Amazon live shows as well. We did a show on Instagram, EVH Gear Live on Instagram.
That was a great show.
Those dudes are awesome.
Those are two dudes that
Yeah.
have some really good background and history with Eddie Van Halen.
Mm-hmm.
Got some awesome stories.
Amazing.
Everybody wants some. Says can't wait for Steve Rosen's book. You know, it's funny. I was actually listening this morning to one of the Steve Rosen interviews with Ed. I think it was from '79, and he's going through. There's a bunch of them he did. He did one 78, 79, 80, but he's going through talking about the cuts, you know, on the album. And he's talking about how he wrote, you know, Beautiful Girls and like, you know, like the opening riff to Light Up the Sky. And it's really, really cool stuff. I mean,
yeah, Stephen Rosen, he's awesome. And yeah, he'll be here on the channel when his book comes out. So look forward to that.
He's got some
great dude.
Too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, those interviews. I mean, I was talking earlier today. It's craziness, man. Because you and we're roughly the same age.
Yeah,
you know, and we grew up reading the Guitar World magazines, the Guitar Player, like any magazine with Edward on the cover. We would go out and hoard, buy every copy there was. You know.
Use a bunch of them to cut out pictures and then save a couple, you know. It's like
we grew up on that stuff, and it's so bizarre now that we're actually meeting a lot of these the writers, the photographers, like all these dudes who were involved in that stuff back in the day. It's like now they come to us.
I know, it's so funny.
You know, somebody called me tonight. A rock photographer that we all know and love that did all that. Took all those pictures back in the day. You know, he called me to wish me Merry Christmas.
That's
so, you know, so we're good friends now with a lot of these people, and it's if you know, 12-year-old us would have known back then, you know, the stuff, you know, that's going on now, it just would have been insane.
Yeah.
You know,
what's funny, I was actually messaging back and forth with Dweezil Zappa back a few weeks ago on his Running with the Dweezil channel. And I love that show, Running with the Dweezil. I'm waiting for the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge episode to come out. And we were kind of talking, and I sent Dweezil some pictures of my guitar collection. He wrote back, he was like, oh yeah, I've seen it. That's freaking insane. So it's just so cool, you know, to be able to, like you just said, Johnny, to be able to talk to these people and like these are the people that we like saw in magazines and like, whoa, that'd be so cool. And we're talking to some of these folks
that we grew up on.
Yeah, exactly. That's amazing. You know,
we grew up on these people, and now it's craziness.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's really cool. It's really cool, and it's like it's almost like putting in all those years of like learning. Like with you making your guitars and everything, you put in all these years learning all this stuff, and then it's finally, it's starting to I don't know if pay off is the right term, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and
It's
I know what you
crazy.
mean. So it's not like paid off is the right term, but I know exactly what you're saying. It's like after all the hard work and fun we've had, all of the little things, all the little gems are starting to like pop up. Like, whoa, where'd that come from? That's so cool, And through the art
Yeah.
of the art of the internet and online, it's like it's just so easy to connect with these people.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I remember, like I said, I'll never forget in 1996. That's actually the year I started playing guitar. I got kind of a later start playing guitar. I mean, I always wanted to play, but I never really got a chance to learn until
Hey,
'96.
Cheryl. I started in 87.
Yeah, yeah. So
So,
you were close to 10 years before me, and I loved Van Halen. I wasn't a huge Van Halen fan like I am now, but I mean, I was definitely a Van Halen fan. I loved Van Halen. Um, and I'd really been listening seriously to their albums since 1984. And
mhm.
I remember when I saw them in the Balance tour, that's just what did it for me. It was just like, whoa, like the sound was just so powerful. And here's this guy, I mean, here's Eddie Van Halen with the most incredible impish smile. It's like he just had the best smile in rock, always did. And he's just
Yeah.
having so much fun, and he's playing, and he's just hitting these amazing chords, and the music is just incredible. So I remember after the Balance tour, I'm like, that's it. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm going to learn how to play guitar. And I've told this story before too, but I remember when I first started playing, I had um, my ex-wife bought me a Fernandez uh, Strat practice, well, like with a little practice amp. It was just a cheaper Fernandez Strat. It was a great little guitar.
Mhm.
And that's what I started to learn on. I started taking lessons from this guy, and he was an amazing guitar teacher. But I remember I got online in '96, and all of a sudden pops up Unchained World. And I think it was, we all know, Eric Broadbent was managing the channel. And then I'm clicking on these pictures, and here's Scott Smith's guitars and Jerry Leica's guitars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like, who the heck is it? Is this Eddie? I mean, it looked like Eddie's collection, and um,
Yeah, the shot of his wall,
yeah,
that's still people still think that's actually a
yeah,
photo from 5150, and it's
yeah.
not.
I mean, I did at
Yeah.
first too, and then I started reading through the article, and I'm like, who the heck is this guy? And at the time, back then, you could actually, there was an email link for these guys. So right off the bat, boom, I sent Scott Smith an email. I'm like, hey man, I'm Rob Johnson. Like that's incredible. How'd you do that? And I emailed Jerry, and these guys got back to me, and that's where we started talking, and they started giving me some tips on painting them, and I think I
Mhm.
did my first stripe job on a Kramer Focus or a Stage Master or something. And that's it. And then, like I said last night in the show when we were talking with Johnny and Kurt, back in those days, like finding one of these type of necks, a maple hockey stick style neck, you couldn't find
Oh,
a hockey stick
no.
like this with a maple board. It
That
just,
no, that was the dream of, like, everybody,
yeah, you
was
couldn't find
that. Yeah.
it. And the only way people were getting them was to make them. And I mean, Musicraft was out, but they weren't making them for the public. Scott had them because he was making them for himself because he worked there. And if you had kind of like an in, you could get some of those types of necks, but you just could not find them. Um, so if you go back to 96, 97, people that were making the 5150s, they were cool guitars, but they all had rosewood necks on them with pointy headstocks. And it was so
Yeah.
cool though, which is kind of neat because Eddie had a couple of those. I mean, the Ripley one was like, and so it's
Yeah.
kind of neat. But then all of a sudden, Musicraft starts making them for the public. Locke hadn't come around yet. Butala hadn't come around yet, but you had K&E, you had Mean Street Guitars, and then the Music Yo group came out with the Music Yo Kramers, and then basically all of a sudden, this stuff started kind of coming about. And now, I mean, can you imagine back in those days, Johnny, like trying to build a dragon snake or a yellow double neck? Like it's like it's just it's possible. You can't unless you know how to run that kind of equipment and own a guitar shop. You're not going to have one of those replicas. And now you can pretty much have anything you want, anything. I mean, Hubbard made a purple Music Man double neck. You know, I mean, the thing was like amazing. My yellow Guyver down double neck. You know, I mean, that thing's a lock body. And
speaking of the double neck, that's the guitar that Edward used for the song "Spanked" live.
Yeah, the Music Man one.
Did you see? I don't know if you saw this. Hopefully, it's still around. I didn't watch the whole thing, but remember the opening night of the Cardinal Knowledge tour? Was it in Atlanta, Georgia, or something? There was an MTV special on it.
Yes.
But anyway, the raw MTV footage like got uploaded, like of the entire show, not just those clips that were in the MTV show, like the entire thing.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a camera right on Eddie of him playing Spanked on the double neck. And it's the coolest thing I'd ever seen because you've never seen that.
I have not seen that clip that you're talking about. No.
I'm gonna have to John Bale. Do you know what I'm talking about? We got to find that. I'll send it to you. It's in my history from like probably a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, did you see the thing that came up? I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff popping up. There was a video of Ed, of the band and Balance playing "Feelin'." It was pro shot like video.
Yes.
And Ed was just smoking that. I'm like, whoa! I think that was Buffalo '95. And then a couple of months before that, someone released Ed in '93 his guitar solo. And that
I personally know the guy that released that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that is incredible. He starts out playing Pleasure Dome, and I was just jamming to that in my car the other day. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that I just cannot wait.
I was actually at that show.
Oh, were you?
Now I was at, so that was Pro Shot from Mountain View, California.
Johnny, can I play the first part of that on our show of just that solo?
Audio wise, yeah. Okay, just the audio.
This is the audio of that I'm talking about. Check this out.
My hero, the best guitar player in the world today, in my opinion, and yours too.
Just check out the Pleasure Dome.
Sammy's so cool, man.
Listen to Pleasure Dome. This sounds amazing. Can you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's cool. I was there.
Yeah. You were there, huh?
Yeah.
I love that sound, though. Oh. I won't play the whole thing, but just this. This is towards the end. Incredible.
Yeah. Dude. I mean, Eddie Van Halen, I mean, everybody watching this, you guys all know this, but it's like he's one of the few where he plays just that.
Yeah.
That's like how many, that part there, that's what, one, he bends up a full step. he's only playing a few. Really, that one lick, he's only playing a few notes, but he
Yeah.
plays that. You know exactly who that is. You know exactly who that is, and it just sounds so good. I mean
Yeah,
that's why he's one of, if not the greatest.
he's yeah. I mean, like you listen to that, and there's there's just no. Everybody knows who it is, and nobody could ever play like that. And like, I'll play this one too because this is obviously just the same thing. But if you listen to this, listen to him solo here. This is in Buffalo '95. Just listen to him just like rip.
Yeah. 95. Is that on the Music Man?
Yeah, that's the Buffalo show. I mean,
Bozique.
it's just like a million notes going all over the place. It's like, I mean, nobody. I mean, there are some great guitarists out there during that time, no doubt. But I mean, hey, Bozique, how you doing, man? That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Bozique.
But I mean, nobody. I mean, the way he played, it's like just notes are just flying all over the place. Facebook user, that was actually Feelin'. Aftershock was also off that album, but that was the so I was just playing was the solo to the song "Feeling" off of Balance. But I mean, the funny thing about Eddie is he does. If you listen to what Eddie does in his soloing, and even his chordal choices, I mean, everything he does is pretty much the same. He doesn't do a lot of new stuff. He just mixes it up perfectly. You know, like everything he does. I mean, all the same chords he does. I mean, if you listen to Panama, it's these same chords. It's the same thing as Unchained. If you listen to Dance the Night Away, you know, it's all the same stuff. And even his soloing, he does the same breakdowns. I'm not plugged in or anything, but he just mixes it up and he just changes it in the way he bends, and his vibrato is just insane. But if you listen to his songs, you can pick out the same licks out of almost every song, and that's not a slam to Eddie at all. He just is such a genius with it.
He had a lot of signature licks that he would use, but I mean they were all so unique. Even though some of them I mean, I hate to name drop, but Neil Sean from Journey just liked one of my tweets. It popped up on the screen. He follows me on Twitter. Thank you. But supposedly Eddie borrowed a lick from Neil Sean, actually, from decades ago or whatever. But the stuff that he does, I mean, he just has these signature licks. And to me personally, he can repeat them a billion times, and to me, it's always awesome. It's always new, and the thing is, it's familiar.
Yep.
And since it's familiar, it just makes it. It's just, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say.
Well, it's like he does. I don't know if you can hear, but he does this lick all the time. You know. I don't know if you can hear that, but he does that little descending. He think he even did it in Feeling, you know, I forgot how to play it.
Yeah. Ned's going out. Ned's heading out. That's what you just saw.
Ned's out.
He's gonna bring me a rat.
He's gonna bring it inside and drop it. But no, I mean, Eddie is just he does. If you listen to his songs, if you listen to his tapping, his runs, they're all ingenious runs. And Eddie pretty much, you know Mike Hickey, Johnny, right? Mike Hickey, famous guitarist. He's a friend of mine.
What's he from?
Oh gosh, what band did he play in? He's in New Hampshire right now. He follows your stuff. I forget what he played in. He was an '80s guitarist. He played in a couple of bands, and then he just anyways. Like Mike and I were talking back a couple of weeks ago at the guitar shop. Eddie kind of sticks to what he knows. He always did. He always stayed in kind of his I don't want to say a comfort zone, because Eddie was comfortable with pretty much everything, but he stayed in that. He usually was playing in E. He normally soloed in E normally, you know.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Randy Price has a question for you. I'll be right back.
Okay, hang on, Randy. I'll be right with you. But I mean, Eddie typically normally soloed in E. He was usually up here. He was always up in E. You guys can't see what I'm playing, but he was usually up right around here on the 12th fret. But the way that he mixed up the runs and the way that he just changed them and kind of improvised with them was just ingenious. He can make it sound new all the time. It's interesting. Play the intro lick in Love Amsterdam. Play that intro lick in my warm-up routine every time. Yeah. Yep, me too. Amsterdam's a great song. I was actually just playing that the other day. That's a great song. I think so. Yeah, it's the same. I think, Randy, it's the same one. I think he's worked with Joe Bonamassa. If you look him up on Instagram, he's got glasses, long hair, real skinny, real good guy. He was pretty tight with Eddie for a while too. And right now he's up in New Hampshire right now. He's actually really close to me, so we get to hang out a lot at the local guitar shop. Mike is just an insane guitar player. I mean, he's Venom. Yes. He was in Venom. Yep, that's the one. It's awful. I couldn't even remember what he played in, but he's been all over the place. He actually still is doing some touring right now. We were hanging out the other day, and actually I bought his little EVH lunchbox head. I picked it up, and he was getting rid of it, so we gave me a pretty good deal on it. But what a cool badge. Another pricks. Johnny Beane. Thanks, Night Pup. Yeah, he is, Randy. He's an awesome dude for sure. Yeah, he was a Bonamassa's tech. And like I said, he's just a kick-ass guitar player too. Did you see the video from 1985 with Eddie playing that song in the studio? Yes, I did. Actually, that was not in 85. That was actually I Rock Z Blues. That was actually from 87. That was 1987. A lot of people are calling that video where Ed was doing the he's in drop D, he's in the studio, and he's wearing the parachute pants, and he's doing the how does I'm trying to think how Amsterdam goes. Cindy. I got to remember how it goes. And so it's
he's just jamming. He's basically coming up like he's working.
Isn't that how it goes?
Something, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't played that in a while, but yeah, that actually is from 87 though, not 85. Because Eddie's hair was a little bit longer. That was right around the time when Eddie was helping Sammy on his solo album. But that's, yeah, I mean, it's amazing that Eddie was playing that lick back then, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And did you, was it last Friday? Last Friday, somebody on Twitter tagged me in a tweet where they uploaded I'll play it. I don't know if you probably didn't hear it. Where
I got me thinking of the Amsterdam song. If you go on my Instagram channel a couple years ago, I think I played a little bit of Amsterdam.
And dude, you're getting all the Instagram follows tonight, man.
Getting them all.
You guys got to follow me too.
Yeah,
I could use some
leave Johnny
followers
out
myself.
don't leave
Please.
Johnny out there. We got to bring him in from the rain, you know.
Instagram. Was this me? A lot of you guys do follow my EVH account, which is called EVH Gear Live. That's me. I've been doing that. I've had that account for years. And it's finally getting traction after 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Pretty much as long as we've been doing these talk shows on the channel here, I've been running that account as well.
Jimmy Carr's here. What's up, Jimmy Carr?
Jimmy Carr.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. I know I retweeted it.
Yeah, iRock, you're right. Yeah, I love that too. A Charvel with a Fender headstock. Yeah, I know. You know, that it's hard to say. I mean, that could have been just it could have been a parts guitar that Ed put together, but I don't think so. I think that was somebody else's guitar. I'm pretty sure that Ed was jamming on that day.
So did you hear this? Maybe you know about this. It was the Mighty Van Halen on Twitter. They tagged me in a lot of stuff.
I don't think so.
Apparently November 15th, 1982, which is obviously what tour? Van Halen tour?
Diver Down.
Diver Down. There was the end of a song. Maybe you've heard this. I'll go ahead and play this. See what you think. Check this out. What did that sound like?
Huh. I'm drawing a blank.
They're playing. Here they are ending the song in 82.
Sounds a little bit like Seventh Seal.
Yep.
So if you actually read the Guitar World magazine from 2012, Eddie mentions in an interview that the song Seventh Seal he's had since 78. It's been sitting around since 1978. Just that, you know, like what Johnny was just playing, the, you know, something like that, you know, and then just that basic riff, because all it is just, it's just strumming. I'll tell you who does a really good job playing that song is Liquid Charlie. Liquid Charlie does a great job on that song. But yeah, it sounded like he was just kind of messing around with Seventh Seal a little bit. That's cool.
Very, very cool, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you had heard that before, because you have
heard that.
You have a huge collection of those.
You know what, Johnny? I think I've probably heard it, but I don't think I really paid much attention to it until you just played that. But yeah, you're right, Aiden. Yeah, totally Seventh Seal. Yeah, and like I said, Eddie says in that interview that the song Seventh Seal I've had sitting around since 78. The main the lick, you know. It's funny, Johnny. You posted something. Somebody, I don't know who it was. Somebody kind of got mad at me on your Instagram channel. You posted a picture of Eddie playing the Rude, and I think you said, "What song is this? What song and what tour?" And I think I wrote something back like the '95 Balance Tour. That's the Ernie Ball Music Man, and Eddie's playing Shy Boy or Tobacco Road, and then or something. I wrote back.
Oh, was this one?
Yeah, that's what it was. I said that's the Ernie Ball Music Man, and it's the '95 tour. And I think Eddie's playing Shy Boy or Tobacco Road. And then I wrote, "Oh, wait a minute, I think he's playing heavy metal or something." And then somebody got on and was like, "Joke's on you. I don't think you're very funny," or something like that, or whatever. So I'm like, dude, chill out. I was joking.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, that's the Ernie Ball Music Man. Oh wait, no, I think it's Shy Boy. I said.
Dude, I don't. Did we talk about these?
Oh, we did not. We didn't talk about the Funko figures. Those are pretty cool. Did you realize I went to try to order one the other day and they're sold out? You can't find them anywhere. They're
Yeah.
sold out.
Wow. I ordered one.
Oh, you did?
I ordered one, so I've got one. Supposedly it's supposed to be here March like 17th.
That's cool. I hope they come out.
So,
Hopefully what's his name? Hopefully Jeff gets them at the V8 store again, because that'll those are pretty cool to have. I'd like to have one for my office. I really would, at work. That'd be neat.
yeah.
I'd like to have one for here, but
Yeah. Yeah, man. Randy Price ordered 2 of them. Oh, he says he'll send you one. Wow.
Randy, that would be absolutely amazing.
Whoa.
I don't want to take one of your 2, but if you do find yourself with a spare, let me know. I will pay you for it, and I would love to have one. I tried to order one. Like I said, they were like, nobody has them, but oh well. Yeah, those are definitely pretty cool, though. Did you see the whole Chris Lock thing? People are like picking on Chris Lock. They're saying, "Hey, I want the. Can you make me the Funko headstock?"
Ah.
Because the guitar, the guitar that he has in the thing is like it's obviously one of his Kramers, but it's a little bit different. So they're asking Chris Lock for the Funko guitar.
The Funko guitar. That's actually almost a Kramer headstock. That's actually almost like a beak.
It is. It looks like it looks like a
look
chicken hawk, like beak neck. Kramer Classic. Yeah, the Pacer stuff.
Yeah.
That is so cool, though. Those things are neat. He's smiling too,
Yeah.
Oh, Randy, thank you so much, man. That is. I really appreciate that, dude. I would love that, and like I said, I definitely will. I'll pay you for it. But I definitely don't want to take. I don't want to take one of them away. I mean, if you decide you want to keep it, please do. But thank you so much, though. That would be awesome.
Randy Price. See, Rob? See, I mean, we've met so many awesome people doing these shows over the years. It's amazing.
It's not even
Hey, Sean.
Mind blowing. Hey, Sean. It's almost mind blowing when you think of what Johnny just said. It is. I mean, the people that we've met, the people that I've met and become friends with, like, hang out with friends, and the people that I haven't met that are just so freaking cool. I mean, you're all friends. I mean, you're all awesome people, and you're all friends in my book.
Rob and I used to do Skype calls where it was just us.
Yeah. Yep.
But like maybe like once a year, like for years.
Yep.
You would call me. You'd be like, "Hey, I'm going to call you on Skype," and we would just talk and BS, basically what we're doing here. But it would just be us.
I remember a Skype call Johnny and I did a long time ago, like years ago. It was like back in 2005, or maybe it was 3, 4 or 5. And I think, Johnny, your wife got you a pair of striped Chucks, and you had opened them up.
I did an unboxing.
And then you and I were talking, and you were showing me the sneakers on Skype.
Oh man,
that's so cool! Yeah, and
I got those from Van Halen's store.
Yep.
And the thing is, they had sent me like a photo, there was a photo of Eddie sitting on one of his cars. The photo's in black and white, but he's wearing the shoes, and the shoes are in color.
Yeah. What was that, like 2006?
That was a 2006.
Okay, I thought it was
ish
before that. Okay.
Photo, I guess. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, I did an unboxing video years ago. It's on the channel. It's here on YouTube. But yeah, Rob and I, we would just talk on Skype, just BSing.
Yeah.
And stuff. And I never would have imagined that it would turn into like a show.
No,
where we got freaking people sitting here watching this.
Yeah.
And you're getting ads on Instagram because of it. That's amazing.
I just got paying Johnny royalties.
Hey, anybody, if you're gonna follow Rob, send me a follow as well, please.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I've been on Instagram for 11 years.
He's been on Instagram longer than I've even known it.
I'm not kidding.
No, he is not. He's not.
Anytime there's a new platform, I jump right on it. I'm there grinding away.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it is funny though, because I always enjoy doing these shows. I used to do them a lot. I used to do a lot of them
Yeah.
with Johnny. And then you know, I wouldn't say I took a break. I just, work and everything is busy and just everything's going on. And I didn't do a lot of them. And I'd knock one out on my channel once in a while. And every once in a while, I'll jump on, do one with Johnny. But it'd been a few months since I had done a show. And Johnny and I have been talking. And I'm like, hey, I just reached out to Johnny yesterday. I'm like, hey, let's, yes, follow Johnny on Instagram. I reached out to Johnny.
For Christmas.
Like, hey, do a show.
All I want for Christmas are Instagram followers. That's all I want.
Please.
And Twitter followers and Twitch followers.
And but yeah, it's great. It's just so much fun, to jump on and see new faces and new friends. And I just, I feel bad because on my YouTube channel, I get so many messages on my YouTube channel, and I can't even respond to the message on my YouTube channel because I barely can keep up with my Instagram and my messengers.
Mhm.
And everybody that has my personal number.
I can't either, man.
I can't even keep up with my YouTube message. I can't. I
mean, what if you can't respond back, at least leave a like. At least hit like, heart it. You know, you can heart every comment. That's what I do. I open up my EVH Instagram, and I can't reply back to there's like 70 comments on one thing. So I look at them. Oh, this is cool. I like all the good ones. The ones that are stupid, I don't like. But it's almost like I was just telling you earlier. These shows have gotten so, they've gotten bigger and bigger where there's so much that goes in. I got freaking laptops.
That's a
I got freaking, stream decks. I mean, I got all this, sound machines. I mean, all this stuff that I use to do this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like every show, I have to remember, I got to post this on Twitter. I got to do this. I got the story on Instagram. I got to make sure to make a thumbnail. I mean, everything, every show you guys see on the channel here, I put work into.
Yeah.
I create the thumbnails. I do this, do that, whatever. So any comments, any feedback that comes back on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, whatever, we can't believe it.
Yeah.
And we can't always get back to you, but know that we appreciate it. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Symmetry.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. And it is good to be back. And Nick, I'll answer your question just 1 second on the neck profile on this thing, so just hang in there. But last thing I was just going to say on the channel, it's funny. Every once in a while, I'll get on my YouTube channel and I'll look at some of the messages, and 99% of them are positive stuff. Like, whoa, I never knew that. And actually, I have to go back to some of those videos and update them because on my 5150 video, which has my 5150 video, the first one I did has the most views, and I get the most comments on that video. And there's still some things that I didn't know. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things I don't know, but on that guitar, there's stuff I would like to update on that because I didn't necessarily put out misinformation, but there's stuff I'd love to add to it. So I'm going to do an updated 5150 video. But I'll get on my channel and I'll see stuff sometimes like, oh, dude, you suck at guitar. You can't play for shit. You're awful. You don't know what you're talking about. Eddie didn't do that. That's not whatever. And it's like, I don't even let that stuff bother me because all these people that, they think they know, like there was some guy that was on there one time trying to tell me that the Neptune guitar that's in LA, in Hollywood, the one that Johnny and I have seen, that was built by Chip Ellis, and that's not the real. I'm like, dude, wasn't. Normally, I don't even argue with people because it's just not worth it. But I'm like, no, that was built by Paul Unkert back in 1982. I'm like, Eddie did a photo shoot. Like, he didn't build it. He didn't paint it. it was more or less just for press. I mean, he did do the black stripes and messed it up, but I'm like, no, that was built back in '82. That's the original Kramer. It's got an original whale tail on it. Chip Ellis didn't build that guitar. And I'm like, Chip Ellis doesn't probably even know what the Neptune Kramer is. I mean, he maybe does now, but you know, and he's like, no, that was built by Chip Ellis. I'm like, oh gosh, it's just it's frustrating sometimes. So sometimes I don't even read the comments on YouTube because people just don't know what they're talking about. And I'd rather not argue with people. It's just not worth my time.
Dude,
Because they're wrong. But you know,
that, I mean, with the internet, man. I mean, there's only so much. There's only so much where you can try to have a conversation with somebody, and if you know, I've had a lot of haters over the years doing YouTube and John Moronic. That's right. You gotta love them. You have to, first of all, you have to love them because at least they're paying attention.
Right. It keeps the conversation going. It keeps it interesting. Aiden, I saw the Neptune guitar and here it got stolen. Its neck broke and Eddie sent it. But no, that was a different one. That wasn't the Neptune guitar. That was Johnny. What's the one? The one that got stolen. That
supposedly that was a Guitar Center, guitar, which let's
that was like that was a Frankenstrat style guitar. Yeah,
I'll show it to you guys.
Aiden, the Neptune guitar. I'm not going to run downstairs and grab my replica, but the Neptune guitar is the one that's at the Hard Rock Cafe. That's the one with the black blotches with the paint's dripping down. Interesting story on that. I'll just say it real quick. I've said it a million times, but for those of you that haven't heard it, when I met Paul Unkert for the first time, actually, hold on a second. I'll go get the damn guitar because everybody's been talking.
Okay, I'll show you guys. Here's the Guitar Center. Here's the guitar and this is a video that I filmed back in 2009 at Guitar Center. Supposedly this guitar was stolen. This is what people have said at Guitar Center. Supposedly this guitar was stolen. And oh man.
Yeah, that's like a 5150 backup type.
Yeah, and even though that's my music, I'll still get flagged. Who cares? That's my own song, but I'll get flagged for it. But it's fine. That's an original that I wrote years ago. But yeah, that's the guitar that supposedly got stolen, and the neck. I guess the neck broke. I guess supposedly it was stolen. Actually. That's an old display at Guitar Center years ago. Very cool. But yeah. Oh, look at that. 850 videos of EVH guitar and music conversations. Dude, that's OG, man. That's like back in the day. That thumbnail right there.
Oh, yeah. Look
See,
at that.
I've been sitting there for years doing this stuff. When's that from? That's like 2016 or something.
He's got no beard there either. So.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, it's the same. There's nothing different. See?
Yeah. Nick, remind me to answer your question on the neck profile on this green one here in a second, because it's a great question. But we'll put the Neptune to bed. So this is the Kramer Neptune. Okay, this is a really accurate replica, built by Chris Hubbard, and it's a real Kramer Pacer Deluxe body, so it's real heavy, and Hubbs did the paint job on it. This is one of the necks that has the backwards V on the bottom of the headstock. Really cool. And it's got a really interesting shaped hockey stick headstock. You'll notice it's a little shorter and a little stubbier. It almost looks like a paddle. Really interesting. So this was a 5150 type headstock, Musicraft neck. And Hubbard did this one. Yeah, he actually ground it down to make it look more paddle-like. Like the original Neptune. Very, very, very cool guitar. So Paul Unkert built this guitar and painted it. And the story goes that, well, first off, Eddie would come into the Neptune factory in New Jersey once in a while. And he would just walk in at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and be like, I want a guitar. I want build it today, paint it. I'm picking it up today at 4 o'clock. And he'd leave. And they'd be like, whoa, okay. So they had to build and paint a guitar completely and have it all set up and ready for him literally 8 hours later. Now, you know how hard that is to do with paint when you're painting them white, taping them red, black, I mean, that's like crazy. It takes days to do these things right. But back in those days, that's why a lot of these paint jobs on these Kramers that they did are just so shoddy looking, because they're just thrown together. Luckily, the Schwinn bicycle paint that they used was kind of like a duplicolor, where it dried really quick. Now there's the real one, and that's a video that Johnny took. I got some amazing pictures that I took and sent them to Hubbard while I was in California with Johnny, and Hubbard was in the process of painting mine at the time. And you'll notice the headstock on the real one there. It's very stubby looking. And you'll notice it's got a vintage prototype nut. And you'll notice the string retainer doesn't even cover the low E string. It's just so,
Yeah.
it's so cool. It's just like so, and that's how they built these things back then, because Eddie didn't care. And it's one of the few Kramers that has a different type of a pattern on the headstock. It's kind of like the Frankenstrat style Tom Anderson neck. But if you come back to my guitar right here and you look at mine, you'll notice it's pretty darn close. I mean, Hubbard, we hogged out the pickup cavity. You can see right down here where it's like all hogged out and like looks like crap. And that's exactly what the real one looks like. I cut this pick guard out myself from a Rubbermaid basket, a waste paper basket, because it's the right thickness, and cut the holes and everything, because that is a rusted gold jack plate. This is an original whale tail FRT5 bridge. That's a real whale tail, actually. And let's see what else. Vintage prototype nut, and you can tell even my string retainer, I have it exactly like that. It doesn't even touch the low E. And on the back, it has 6 bolts in the Kramer neck plate, because that's what Eddie used to do. And notice the big steel block, because it's a whale tail bridge. With nice, you can see the long stem Floyd Rose bar in there. So basically, the story is they painted the guitar white and red, and then they went out to lunch and they left it hanging in the shop like this. Well, they went out to lunch, and Ed comes in. And this is right from Paul Unkert. Okay, Ed comes in, and who knows if he was drinking or doing whatever, but he came in and he grabbed a can of black spray paint, and he just went up and he just like shh, and he hosed it down, and that's why it has all these black blotchy runny drips, because the paint dripped all over the place. And then he painted these drippy like polka dots on the back, and again the paint ran. So that's a true story. And apparently when Paul Unkert came back, he was pissed. He was like, what the frick? Here's this freaking black paint dripping on the floor, But it came to be one of the coolest Kramers out there, in my opinion. And I think this guitar spent some time in the Orlando Hard Rock Cafe, and it's been in LA now for a long time. But this guitar was not stolen, Aiden. This was the one that that's been there. That was a different guitar that you're talking about that was stolen. And Ed actually played this guitar at the NAMM show in 83, Johnny, or 82, because there's pictures of him. There it is. Yeah, sitting with Dennis Berardi. That is Ed with this guitar, the Neptune.
Got a couple pictures here I just found.
So Aiden, I did repaint it. I painted this one time. Oh, that's a cool one. Yeah, I just saw that one. That's a new one that just came out. Ooh, look at that. They even nailed my stripes right on the side. But yeah, I did repaint this. You can see the stripes, yeah. nailed it pretty good. Hubbard did an awesome job on this guitar. But I painted it the first time myself, and I liked it, but it was a little bit off. And then when I went to LA to see the real one, I actually had seen it twice. I went back to LA for the NAMM show. I took some really good pictures and video. Actually, I'll show you my video I got. And I'm like, I want to redo it. So I sent it to Hubbard and had him do it just because it was more accurate. So check this one out. Let me see. But this is the Kramer Neptune guitar.
False flag. Thank you, man. And this is the picture you all know right here. Most of you guys, you've seen like this.
Yep.
This picture right here.
Now, Eddie did show up and take pictures with us, and everybody thinks that Eddie painted it. He didn't. Those were just pictures that they took for show.
My buddy Glenn took these pictures.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He was the photographer. He called me today to wish me Merry Christmas. Glenn.
Oh, did he?
Glenn Furman called me today. Yeah.
But
There he is right there. Is that Floyd? That's Floyd Rose right there.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Where the heck?
Oh.
This thing?
I was going to say, the good thing I wasn't showing the phone number, but it's through WhatsApp. So
Look at this, guys. Here's the Neptune.
False flag.
It's false flag.
Hey, man. Thank you, man.
Merry Christmas, and I mean we're in the future, so we're celebrating Christmas now. So
how was it?
Yeah, so it was great. It was great. We just had lunch, and yeah, it was really good. And just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas, and all of you guys are awesome, and hopefully we can do the album by now it's the end of the next couple of months. So.
That's awesome, man.
Right on, man. Right on. False Flag is making his band. That's his band name, False Flag. Right? That's not your actual name.
Yeah.
That's the I mean, who names their kid False? I mean, that's kind of weird.
But a lot of people think that that's I'm you, so yeah.
Well, those people are nuts.
Well, they are nuts. Yeah.
Those people are crazy.
Anyway, yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. So yeah, have a great day tomorrow, and yeah, take care of yourselves.
Thanks, False Flag.
Thank you so much, man.
Oh, buddy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Awesome.
Happy birthday. Happy New Year. Happy Halloween. Everything.
Same to you, man.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.
All right,
Take
cheers,
care,
man.
Cheers, bud. That's cool. But I took this picture here. If you guys want to check this out, look at the Floyd post. This is the real one. It's cracked. See how they used to drill those posts, and see the big fat top hat on the flathead screw of the Floyd post back then. Those are the original prototype screws. Those are so hard to find. Yeah. I got them on a couple of mine, but yeah, they would drill the holes and they would route the humbucking cavity so big that the freaking wood would split. And it's just so strange that, you know, that's how they did that. Yeah. And that's the real one. Yeah. I got some really cool videos. I can't seem to find them, but see the old original whale tail Floyd, the fine tuners are missing. It's a custom cut pick guard. And as Paul used to say, they used to just put these things together with whatever they had laying around. That's why you'll see like chrome hardware, gold jack plates, you know, gold tuners. You'll just see random like stuff because that's all they had laying around. That's all they used to use to put the stuff together. It was kind of the most, as Paul Unger used to say, willy-nilly stuff. And that's why some of the guitars were painted in sunset orange. Some were painted, you know, in like a cardinal red, you know, depending on what it was. It was just whatever they had laying around.
Mm-hmm.
Really neat stuff.
You want to watch this video? Look at this. This looks cool. Talkin Van Halen. Oh, they're live. You want to check? This looks pretty.
Let's check it out.
Since we're talking about Van Halen, let's check this out.
Let's check that out. Fender play.
Let's check that out. Let's see what's going on.
All Dave says, why the name
Oh,
Neptune? They called it the Neptune because it was built in the Neptune, New Jersey factory.
yeah.
And so were all the other Kramers. So for whatever reason, this one just
Oh my gosh, this is just a mess.
what the hell's going on?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh my god, what is that?
Oh my goodness gracious. Sharon, you're awesome.
Oh my goodness.
That's so freaking hilarious. You know what's funny though about this particular guitar? This Kramer is probably the ugliest, most. I mean, it looks like a child painted the thing. I mean, it really looks. It's nasty looking.
I've always dug it. I've always thought it was cool because it's different.
Exactly. I did too. I remember when I first saw it, when I started getting into these, I'm like, what the hell is that? Who the frick painted that thing? And then I'm like, oh, that's one of the real Kramers. And that's what I like about it because it's so it's totally like your 80s Eddie Kramer, like, you know, just throw it together. Like, I mean, look at the back. I mean, there's like paint drips. Seriously. I mean, it's just such a cool pattern. And in my opinion, became one of the coolest Kramers, you know, one of the coolest Eddie Kramers there are, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the Neptune Kramer. That's probably one of my favorite ones, other than the 5150 and the 84. It's just a great guitar. Yeah, there it is. I believe Scott Smith took that picture. I think that's at Scott Smith's house.
Oh, wow.
Scott had that guitar in his possession for a while. He was doing some work to it.
Dang.
That is at Scott's house with the original one. He actually had a chance to play that. And the other one he had a chance to mess around with was the auction guitar. That's another one of my favorite ones, the auction guitar. Some guy does a video on it on Rock and Roll Weekend or something like that. Not Rock and Roll Weekend, whatever, but he's showing the auction guitar and he says, Eddie had another one called the 5051 and whatever. I'm like, what?
He did?
Yeah, did you see that video, Johnny?
The 5051? Yeah, I remember that.
It's like, what the heck? You know, at least get the
one,
name right. But anyways, that's the auction guitar. That's another cool one. And again, on that guitar, it's got a whale tail chrome Floyd, but it's got gold posts because he just used whatever they had laying around. It was just the coolest thing. Yeah, all those guitars are cool. The Gerolitis guitar, the heavy metal guitar, which is known as the Blue Headstock Frankie.
There's the back.
Those are all awesome. Yeah,
There's the back of that right there.
Yep. Not a lot of pictures of the back. We got lucky, and that's how mine was done. But Nick, back to your question on this guitar. I know you asked a while ago. What's the neck profile like on this? It's very much like the classic Berettas. It's kind of like Eddie's. In my opinion, it's kind of like Eddie's neck. It's thin. It's a little wider than I thought it would be. I don't know exactly what the dimensions are. I'd have to go look, but it's very thin, thin profile this way. I mean, and the only thing I noticed, the headstock shape looks very much like the 5150, but it's actually a lot different on the back because you can see how it's real wide right here, and see how you can see the contour right here, the way it goes. Eddie's was flat. Eddie's was sanded. It wasn't nearly that wide. On his, Eddie wanted them all like filed right down. They were so thin. They thickened out here, but on the way up here, they were really thin. So you would never have seen this kind of stuff right here on Eddie's guitar. That was filed down. These are actually better because they're stronger. That's why on a lot of Eddie's guitars, the headstock split because they were so thin. But as far as the neck profile itself, it's very very Music Man-ish to me. It feels like an Axis, kind of to me. And so I
Oh.
like Neanderthal.
Neanderthal, did you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Is he talking? CC, dude.
Wow, that's awesome.
Dude, this doesn't even go up that high. Hang on. Doesn't?
That's
No, it
cool.
doesn't. Dude, CC, thank you, man. Wow. Amazing. See, you guys are awesome, man. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. CC, great talking to you recently too, and we'll talk again very soon. Very soon.
So Steve
Hey.
says, notice the neck plate, 6 screws. Yeah. So that was the thing that Eddie did a lot of. You'll see a lot of his neck plates had 6 screws in them. Not so much the Music Mans or the PVs and EVHs, but back in the Kramer days, he had 6 screws in most of his guitars. His 5150 did too. However, a lot of people say, no, he didn't. He didn't have 6 screws. There's only 4. That's true. There's 4 in the neck plate, but underneath the neck plate, he had 2 more. A lot of them are hidden. Some of them, like this one, the Vita Stereolitis guitar, the auction guitar, they went right through the neck plate with 6 screws. And the 5150, to our knowledge, has 6 screws, or did at one time, and those other 2 were just under the neck plate. The reason Eddie did that was because he was always jumping off the drum risers and running around, and basically when you're doing that kind of playing, and the neck is gonna shift, and if it shifts, it's gonna put it out of tune. So 2 more screws just gave it a little bit more support.
Yeah. Yeah. And Janice is back, everybody. Janice is back.
What is up, Janice?
So you met Janice.
Yes,
You actually met Janice.
Yeah, I met Janice at con. Janice, who was your friend? Who else were you there with? There was another lady that was there, and you guys had that. You guys brought that awesome red EVH.
That was Lenny Lou.
Oh, that was Lenny. That's right.
That was Lenny Lou.
Yeah.
Thomas Santiago. Thank you. Dude, you guys.
Yeah, that was a great time. We had a lot of fun. That red Ernie Ball Music Man 94 that she had. Oh my gosh, that thing was insane. It was like mint condition. It was an original too. I was like,
you're like, how much you want for this?
Yeah, I know, right?
How much so I can stripe it?
That is definitely a guitar that I would not stripe. I don't even think on that guitar. I don't even think I'd put eye bolts in that one. I think I'd keep that completely factory.
Wow. Thomas Santiago. Again, thank you. CC, you guys. Dude, false flag.
How you doing, Neanderthal?
Waito. Guys.
Yeah, actually, Janice, the reason it wasn't that loud there was because Craig didn't bring his big rig. This was the first year that Craig didn't bring his big wet rig. They just brought single cab, and I think they were only playing through a 2x12. I say only, but they didn't have the big setup that we've had in the past, and that thing usually was like, it's like freaking loud. It sounded great, but we don't really need that kind of sound there because it's just such a small little spot. But I still thought it sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and we'll make it there one of these years.
Yeah, we should do a West Coast con. I'd come out for that. We just have to find a place to do it out there.
You'll come out, meaning
I'll come out from the East Coast to go to the West Coast
con. Somebody called me years ago, man. When you guys first started doing the East Coast version, somebody called me out here and they're like, Johnny, I want to start a West Coast version. They wanted my help with doing it.
Yeah.
But then I'd never heard from them again. And obviously it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be cool.
Well, there was it obviously never happened. But now that it didn't, I'm just going to throw this out. And I think, Johnny, I think you know about this. And I think we're okay to talk about it because I'm not going to give the exact names of who was going to set it up. But I will say it was going to happen. If Eddie had, there was talk 2 years ago, and Eddie couldn't make it, but there was talk. We were trying to get Eddie to make it out to the con. He was actually going to go to the con. Him and Maddie were going to show up. We're trying to set it up through Janie, and Janie was aware of it, and it was going to be we were all going to chip into a charity, to attend, and it was going to go to a specific charity. And Eddie Van Halen was going to come out to the con, and he was going to be there. And it never happened that year because he just had a bunch of stuff going on. And then COVID came. We didn't have it that year. And if Eddie had not passed, there is a very good chance that this last con, Eddie Van Halen would have been there. It would have all been hush hush. It wouldn't have been broadcast because obviously, but we would have had a chance to hang out with Ed. Ed and Maddie were going to probably come out. It was being talked about, but obviously couldn't. It never happened. But yeah, that was definitely for real, and that was definitely being looked at, and that was something we were trying to put together. And all the balls were going in the right direction for it. Just unfortunately, Eddie's condition didn't allow for it. But that would have been, yeah, you're right, Jimmy. That would have been freaking awesome.
Oh, that would have been amazing, man.
I think what it would have been the coolest thing other than meeting Eddie and hanging out with him like that and having him see like all these guitars would be, can you imagine getting up and having guys like Pete and, Hubbard and, Joe Suma, all these guys, what's the other guy from Everybody Wants Him? Joe Girard getting up and, and actually playing these songs and having Eddie sit there and watch them play 5150 Summer Nights, Light Up the Sky. I mean, that to me, that just would have been the coolest thing, having him. And he was never, he always was kind of annoyed by the big fan thing like that. But I think at this stage of the game, at the stage of his life, I think he really would have appreciated that, to see the work that goes into that.
Would you guys have been too scared to play in front of him? To get up and...
I would have loved to have gotten up, but I tell you, to actually play in front of Eddie Van Halen, I don't know if I could do that, man. I'd probably play like I had gloves on or something. But that would have been really, really, really cool. That would have been neat.
Man. Yeah, that would have been amazing, man.
But honestly, Johnny, if you guys ever decide you want to do a West Coast one, I'll definitely come out for that.
If somebody, if anybody out there has a place, and I know we've kind of joked around having Zim's guitars, in Arizona, because he has a space, and so we've kind of joked around on the channel here about doing something there, but if anybody, if you're watching this, and if you want to put together some sort of West Coast EVH convention or Van Halen convention, whatever, message me.
Yeah.
Send me a message, and I'll definitely we'll definitely get something going.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Bozique says, my biggest regret as a guitar fanatic and VH fan was never meeting him. I can kind of relate to you, Bozique. I actually, believe it or not, I did meet Eddie and I got to shake his hand, but it was actually during a show. I was right up front in the Golden Ring, and I got some awesome pictures. And he got down on his knees and he grabbed my hand. I did shake his hand, so I guess you could technically say, he sat there for like 6-7 seconds hanging on to my hand, or he was saying something. I couldn't hear what he said. So I guess technically I did get to meet him, but I always wished I could have got a picture with him. I never was able to get a picture with him. I always thought that would have been cool, but I can kind of relate to what you're saying. But I'm not
Wow.
complaining. It was nice to actually get to shake the guy's hand and, see him play like that close.
That would have been insane.
Yeah.
That would have been insane.
And he was doing the 5150.
Oh my gosh.
It was in the 04 tour, but yeah, I was like 4 feet from the 5150 guitar. It had that god awful Charvel neck on it, but
so you were just like,
yeah, totally. Actually, I can show you the picture of the pictures that I took.
dude, yeah, let's see these.
Yeah, some of them were Eddie was in pretty rough shape, but yeah, I won tickets in the Golden Ring.
You won them?
Yep.
Dang.
I'll show you some pictures here that I took. Let's see. Here's Sammy signing my thing. That's my hand. Sammy was
thing.
Yeah, and he's wearing a Patriots jersey. Oh, he's signing one of my pictures. He's signing my thing. Here's the picture I took. This is one of the classic, most famous pictures. I took that. That's how close I was to Eddie. He's playing the 5150 guitar. That's been in magazines, that picture.
Yeah.
Let me show you another one. Here's another one I took. I mean, that's literally how close I was to him. And that's not zoomed at all. That's how close. I was right up front in the Golden Ring.
Dang, man.
And I don't have any pictures of him when he shook my hand, but when they came out and jumped, gosh, my phone's so damn blurry. It's so blurry here.
You were that close?
Yeah. When he came out and played jump, he got down on his knees and shook my hand.
Wow.
Yeah, and these pictures are crystal clear too, by the way. Johnny, I'll send you some of these. Here's me. I was having fun. I was having a ball. Yeah, I know, right?
That had to be insane.
Oh, it was amazing. And they actually, it was in the beginning of the tour, so they actually had a really good night that night. I thought they did good. This one's not so hot. You can tell Eddie did not look very good right there. But
yeah, but you took that.
Yep. Yeah, I took all.
What's he playing there? A special?
He's playing the the special. Look at this picture. This is how close I got to the guitars.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He it was a great show. It really was an awesome show. But
did Wolfgang come out during that show? WD is asking.
Yep, Wolfie came out and played 316. Yeah, that was at the Worcester Center.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Yeah, Steve, that was June 19th and June 20th at the Worcester Centrum. I had a 5-star pass on the 19th, and so I was right up front. And then on the 20th, I had tickets in the Golden Ring on Ed's side. So I was literally like right there. I mean, Ed was like 3 feet away from me, 4 feet away. And excuse me. And like I said, what happened was when Sammy came out, he was like, "Hello, baby," and he came out and they started playing Jump. I had my hand up, and Ed walked over and he got down on his knees and he grabbed my hand and he like hung on to it for like, it had to be like 5 or 6 seconds. And I had my buddy Ken was with me. I'm like, "Dude, take a picture, take a picture." And of course, by the time he's fumbling for his camera, the 5 seconds was up and Eddie got up and he started hitting his power chords. And he never got a picture of it. But yeah, Eddie like came over and he shook my hand and he hung on to my hand for like 5 seconds. It was the coolest thing. And he was looking down and he was saying something. And I'm like, "What's up, man? What's up?" So we never really, I mean, I guess you could say, yeah, we did meet. We technically did meet and I got to shake his hand. But I never really, I always wanted to have a picture with a guy. Never got a picture with the guy. But I did technically meet him and that was definitely cool. No, Keenan, I never saw Diver Down. Actually, my first concert was Balance, believe it or not. I wished I could have seen him back in the Diver Down era. It's it was I was into Van Halen then. I was actually just kind of getting into him, but I wasn't a huge fan until like 93, 95,
Really?
I was a big fan. I mean, I loved all the music, but I I really got into them once I kind of started playing guitar, you know. Thanks, Sharon. I can't talk my ass off. You got to see some of my other shows. Never stop.
Here's
Yeah,
my
we do need to meet Neanderthal.
there's my picture right there.
You've met him a couple of times, haven't you, Johnny?
I met him once. I could have met him a few times. But I actually only met him one time, and this was a selfie. Right there. There we are.
That's awesome.
It's a selfie. And then Janie took a photo of us together right
Was
there.
that 2015?
2014.
14, yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Randy Price says, Rob, what pickup is in the 84 Kramer? Are you talking about this? Not sorry. Are you talking about my green one, or are you talking about the actual 84 Kramer? Like the one that Wolfie owns now.
Right.
If you're talking about the new one, the one I have, it's a Duncan JB. That's what they're putting in those guitars. If you're talking about the actual 84 Kramer that Ed made with the 5150, because there was 3 of them that were made, as far as we know, at the same time. There was a Hot for Teacher, the 5150, and the 84. The Hot for Teacher, I think, was made on a different day, but the 5150 and the 84 were made the same day. Okay, the real 84. Well, the 5150 had a Duncan JB in it. The 1984, I've been told, was a 59, was also a JB. I've also been told it could have been a Schaller pickup. And I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to make something up, but I will tell you it's probably either a Duncan 59 or a JB, or it could be a Schaller, because like I said, back in those days, they just threw in whatever they had laying around. However, Eddie was very picky about his pickups. Picky about the pickups. And Eddie liked a certain sound. I don't know how much validity there is to that, but it very well could have been a Schaller, but I'm thinking it was a 59 or a JB. So, Steve, you're probably right. I mean, it's so hard to speculate on that kind of stuff because it happened, you know, that's back in like 1983 when those guitars were painted and put together. Yeah, Neanderthal, you're right. The Schallers were stocks in the Pacers, so it very well could have been that. If I had to call it, I'd say it's probably a 59 or a JB, just because I know that's what Eddie liked. But you know, I'm not 100% sure. It's really, really, really hard to get a definite on that. It's, you know, I don't want to jump down this topic right now. It's because everybody argues with me. I still say that the 5150 is basswood. It's not ash. I'm sorry. Everybody saying now because of the DiMarzio thing, it was ash, and it was in Tennessee, and it was, you know, David Allen Wright. I know David Allen Wright, real good, great guy. They had it in Tennessee, and they were doing a thing on it, and everybody's saying it was ash. I still have a very good source, and I'm not going to throw his name out, but Johnny knows what I'm talking about. That still says, no doubt, 100%, it is basswood. And Alan Gerber are always going to argue with me, and I love Alan to death. He's an awesome guy. But I still say it's not ash. It's basswood, the 5150. But everybody used to think it was poplar, but that's just my opinion. And you know, it's the same thing as the Circles guitar. The same guy that I know very well. The Circles guitar was not black and white. It was midnight blue and white. It was dark midnight blue. There's pictures out there that prove that. And the reason I know that is because when Rudy went to get the paint to paint it, he still remembers that he picked up midnight blue paint for that. And there's not a lot of pictures of the Circles guitar in color. There's very few. But if you look at like Scott Smith has a Circles guitar, and his is midnight blue too, because we both believe it was midnight blue.
Oh, wow.
But if you look at, and so does Dimitri, Jimmy Douglas, his is Midnight Blue.
I have that song stuck in my head now.
Midnight Blue? Yeah.
Midnight Blue. Isn't that Lou Graham? Is that called Midnight Blue? Isn't that the song?
Yeah. Yeah, right. But it's one of those things. If you look at that guitar in the light, it looks like it's black, but
And supposedly, some people think this picture's photoshopped.
yeah, yeah, right.
My buddy took this picture.
I
He
know,
called
I
me
know.
today. My buddy called me today, and he's like, "Johnny, that picture's not photoshopped. I took that picture."
Johnny, he's probably got some really, really awesome pictures of that guitar too.
He does.
Yeah.
He does, and you guys will see them here at some point. Let's
One
make it this next year. Let's just do it.
Cool. But yeah, so I mean, there's so much speculation on the boy, look at that hat head. Damn, that's awful.
Oh my god! Oh,
You guys got to go watch my show from last night. Actually, my hair looked good last night.
at least you
but,
have hair.
Yeah. Only on my head.
So when are you guys gonna make a cop? When are you guys gonna make this guitar?
Is that what the fuck is that? Is that legit? That's gotta be, that's Photoshop.
No,
Are you serious?
that's real.
That's Hagar from the 5150 tour. What guitar is
No,
that?
no, that's Hagar from '83,
Are you serious? Oh yeah.
and he's playing
Is
a
that during the,
Charvel.
Is that during the
that's
HSAS?
That's
Is that
striped up.
HSAS?
That's probably his solo stuff.
That legit is that's not Photoshop. That's legit tape on that guitar.
It's either tape or it was a graphic. Yeah.
He's playing a Van Halen striped guitar.
Yeah. So maybe it was his idea to stripe the guitar.
Yeah, Roth's wrong. Yeah.
Maybe it was Roth's. Maybe Roth gave Hagar the idea to stripe this.
Oh my gosh, I wonder if Sammy's ever seen that picture. I wonder if he even remembers that. That would be a great conversation piece for Sammy.
I'll get it to him. I know a guy that knows a guy. I'll do that.
Have a good night, Bozique. Take care, my friend. Thanks for
Good night, Bozique. Bozique, and thank you so much.
Wait, no, I was like, Hagar, that's embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah, Steve, Eddie did. He gave him a, well, actually, I don't know if he gave him a red Kramer, but Sammy got that red Kramer Beretta with a rosewood neck with a slanted pickup. Well, that's what the Berettas were, but he got that in the 80s, 85, 86 tour. And he got that because Eddie was endorsing him. So he definitely got it through Eddie, for sure. Oh, that's cool. Wonder if that's one of Jan's saxophones.
I don't know. Man. Wait a minute.
Ugh.
Do you have one of these?
Yes.
Do you have one of those?
That is exactly what this guitar was. No, seriously, that is exactly what this was. A Kramer Pacer Deluxe. That's what this was. Yep. It was white too. It was cream. And obviously it's a Music Craft neck, but yeah, so I took the pick guard off, hogged out the pickup to make it look like, well, actually I had to put some, Hubbard put some wood filler
Was
in
it
there.
the same one?
Same exact one, yep. Humbucker double.
But now that you see this picture, you wish you would have left it.
Right? Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, I still like this. I'm glad I Neptuned it out.
What's in
What
there?
I like about the Neptune, my Neptune is it is a real Kramer body, so it's kind of cool. Now that's a cool guitar, yeah. You got any pictures of Ed playing the Rockinger?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yep.
There's that one.
Ed did a lot of shoots with those guitars, but he very rarely played those. Yeah, that's an interesting one. He looks really happy to be playing that guitar.
Whoa, boner jams. Coming in hot as I'm preparing for Santa's arrival. Wanted to wish the cast of characters on Johnny Bean TV a very Merry Christmas. All in
Merry
the
Christmas, bud.
chat. Merry Christmas. See everyone next week. We got Metal Wednesday with Boner Jams and Jay Hannon.
Jay.
Where's the card? I'll have to upload a new card. But yeah, next Wednesday. Metal Wednesday. Thank you, Boner Jams. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Boner Jams.
Thank you, man. Wow. Man. You ever see this? Wait. Remember that Guitar Center guitar you were just talking about?
Yeah.
The one you said that got stolen?
Right. Yeah, I think it was it who was asking about that?
I just showed the video. I just showed a video of me that I'd filmed.
Yep.
Anyway, here's a picture of it when it was like brand new.
You too, Boner. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Boner Jams. Oh, wow. People leaving comments on like my elephant video from years ago.
I know. We spawned everybody to start checking those out again.
Look at this. This was it when it was brand new.
Ah, that's so cool. Look at that signature. See, I like it when they sign them there because when he signs it like on the contour where your elbow goes, it's gonna wear off. That's perfect there.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, can you do me a favor? I know you've shown it before, but can you show your oh, that's a cool pick. Can you show your Frankenstrat, your EVH Frankie? I haven't seen that yet. Yours.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. Those are great guitars. They are. Do you play that a lot?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me.
Yeah. I'd love to check that out.
Check this out, man.
Oh, look at that. That's so cool.
Hang on. Let me do this. Ugh, so I can hear.
Do you need a quarter? Do you need a 71 quarter? Seriously?
I have one.
Are you doing?
Who sent it to me? Who sent it? Was it Leo? Was it Leo? I was sent one. I did a video where I installed it and everything.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah, cool.
But just to screw with people, I installed it a little differently.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a great.
So you notice it's upside down and it's slightly the wrong direction.
Well,
It is in the right spot though.
Eddie had it had an upside down one on the heavy metal guitar, the blue headstock Frankie. That one's upside down.
That's right.
Yeah,
right, Ned. Ned's here. Did you bring anything in?
Do you have the reflectors on the back?
No.
You want some?
No, I gotta get some.
I can probably get you some. I have some. I gotta just see if I have all the right ones I can get you.
Oh,
yeah, I'll send you some.
Dude, yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great guitar. So you've been playing that a lot?
Yeah. It's great.
The
Thank you
necks
to
on
you
those
know who.
The necks on those things are so awesome. I mean, they feel so played and worn in. That's a great guitar.
Awesomeness.
Now the eye bolts came on that, right?
No, I installed them.
Oh, you did? Okay, that came with regular strap locks?
They come with regular ones.
Yep.
And sorry for the burps.
Yeah.
This is the official.
Yeah.
These are the official. Steve Anderson had sent me the official strap, lock, clasp.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's what I had them for years. I never installed them in anything. And then when I got this, I'm like, it's got to go in this thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You gotta next time Ned vomits, you gotta wipe some vomit on the back of it. Oh wait, that's the Rasta. Sorry.
Well, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't vomit tonight because Hopefully he didn't bring anything in either. I always have to look.
You can put some rat guts on the back of it or something.
I always have to look every time I'm sitting here and he rubs against my foot. That's how I know he's back.
Yeah.
And I always have to look to see if he dropped like a gopher or something.
A gopher, a beaver,
A beaver, something.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah, that's a great guitar. How does it sound, Johnny? When you normally plug in now, what do you play through? Do you play through your 5150 still, or?
No. Well, depending. These days, before we got Ned, I would play through. I would wheel that thing out, the half stack, the 5150, and I would use it. There's videos on the channel here, But ever since we got Ned, I don't want to freak him out with it.
Right.
So I haven't plugged it in since Ned's been here.
Yeah.
But if I do plug in, generally it's through the Yamaha, the little 210 Yamaha.
Oh, yeah.
What's that thing called?
THR.
The THR. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I usually play through when I'm just messing around. Yeah, because it's just easier than plug it into the.
Yeah, I generally, if I plug in, I plug into that. Most of the time, I don't plug in.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'll pick up the guitar, I'll sit on the couch.
Yeah.
And I'll just play acoustic.
Yeah.
Unless I'm working on a track or recording or whatever, that's when I plug in. But generally, when I play, I just play like this.
Everybody's talking about those head rush units these days. Everybody's talking about those things.
Neanderthal got one, and it's been sitting on his desk for like a month or something.
Yeah, Craig's been telling me to grab one, and some of the patches I heard, I was like, whoa, pretty awesome.
Dang.
But yeah, that's a cool guitar.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You still have your
better, man.
You still have your 84.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Nobody's here. Come here. You haven't even said hi yet.
I think Barney was answering. You still have your 84.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah. Oh, buddy.
Of course he does.
What's the matter with you, dummy? Of course he does.
Yeah, it's right there. It's in there. It's in there.
Yeah. Oh, the lights are different again. I like that. How many guitars do you have now, Johnny?
Thank you, Boner Jams.
20 something, isn't it?
Technically, nah. I only have 10. I don't know, probably 25, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is nothing because I was up to 50 at one point.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, 50-ish. And they were mostly Kramers because I would buy the parts off eBay and I'd slap the guitars together and play them for shows. I'd use them and then I would have to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And it's not like I was striping up stuff. No, it was just regular, red body, black body, whatever.
Yeah.
And I would just slap them together and use them for shows. And then I would have to get rid of them and stuff. Some of them I wish I still had.
Yeah. If you could think of one guitar that you wish you still had, but you could only choose one, which one would it be? Because there's a couple
that I like. I like
that
man.
You,
I wish
that you wish you had back.
I don't know. I mean, I had my PV. I had a PV Wolfgang.
Yeah, the Sunburst.
That I had to get rid of, and that was like a main studio. That was like my main recording guitar for years and years. There was a couple Kramers. There was a Kramer. There was actually it looked just like this. Is that picture still here? One of those pictures I just showed you.
You still got that red Kramer Pacer, like the cherry burst one with a classic neck on it. Didn't you have one like that? It was a red Kramer with a beak neck, rosewood beak neck on it. Or was it
Oh,
Maple?
that's my Focus. That's a Kramer Focus 1000. That's like my first real guitar. Has
Yeah.
a Beak Kramer
Yeah.
pacer neck on it. Still have it.
Yeah.
Yes, I still
That's
have that. I still have that. But I had a guitar at one point. I'm looking through these pictures. Man, it's like I just showed it too. I just showed it. Anyway, it's one of those cream. Oh, here we go. I had a Kramer at one point. Why is that? I had a Kramer at one point that I had slapped together, a Focus 1000 that looked just like that.
Yep. See, I have that exact same guitar, except mine has a beak neck on it.
Oh. I had this exact, not the exact, but I had one that looked just like this that I slapped together myself.
Yep.
Although it would have been a Focus 1000, so it wouldn't have said Kramer like that. It would have had maybe like the Focus in big words and then Kramer small.
Yep.
It might have been one of those.
Yep.
So there was one of those that I had back in 2004, 2005, somewhere.
Yep.
Kind of wish I still had, you know.
You still got your 5150, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
That's a
have
GMW guitar. That's a great guitar. That one. That's
yeah.
You've had that one a long time.
Yeah, I've had that one since 2009. South by Southwest guitar show. That's where I got that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah, Sharon says red Christmas car. And actually, the one he has is orange. It's a newer one. I have his red one in the other room. I bought him a navy blue one and this new orange one. It's got his name on it, my phone number.
Your WhatsApp?
Boy, yeah, that dog is spoiled. If you actually check my Instagram, actually, I'll show you the picture now.
How many ads did you get so far?
Let me see. Probably a lot.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, you guys.
I got 12 tonight.
Dang.
12 tonight. Since we started the show. 12. But my son's
there's mine. All I want for Christmas are Instagram follows.
Please.
That's all I ask for.
My son's fiance actually got me this for Christmas. It's a picture she had made of Barney.
I saw that. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's a picture I took of him last summer. And she got it off of, she sent it to some place and they did that. You can even see the Eddie Van Halen dog leash collar clip that he's got on there. It's so funny. She had that made, and I thought that was what the heck's going on? I'll go down a little bit. It's so cool because it like totally captures like his facial expression for that picture. That was really cool. I thought that was neat. So I hung it up in my bedroom.
Great.
Yeah, it was neat.
That's awesome.
So you got me thinking about playing Aftershock now.
There you go. Wow. So it's today's not Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, right?
It's Christmas Eve for another hour and a half.
East Coast for you.
Coast. Yeah. Yep.
So it's Christmas Eve. Okay. Yeah, see, I had figured doing shows, I'm shocked that last night's show did as well as it did.
Oh yeah, man, we had a ton of people watching.
Because we just basically like that morning, like you called me yesterday morning or you texted, hey Johnny, you want to go live?
Yeah.
And Kurt wants to jump on and
yeah, that was a great show.
We made a show on. I'm shocked that did as well as it did. I'm surprised we've had so many people here tonight. And we'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
Saturday night with John. Well, thing is, I don't know who's going to be here tomorrow. I have no idea. I'll be here.
I would like to be there tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it tomorrow because I I'm gonna be with the family, but I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
do a show with you next week.
Yeah. But so we'll be here tomorrow for
But I am
Saturday
gonna
Night
do I'm gonna
Live.
do some Saturday shows with you guys one of these days. Sharon says,
Dude.
"Bart's smart." He is. He's a very intelligent little guy. Yeah, he is.
Saturdays are insanity, man. I know it's a bit late where you are when we do those because we go live roughly in about half an hour time. We usually start it at 11 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
we go from 11 to 1.
Yep. Yep.
Or no, 2.
The 2 my time. Yeah.
11 to 2 Eastern.
Yep.
We used to go midnight to 3.
Yep.
But yeah, we make it a little earlier nowadays.
You want to hear my Christmas joke?
Sure.
Why is Santa's sack so big?
Because of all the presents?
Because he only comes once a year.
Oh my gosh.
I told that joke last night too. Sharon got her wrapping done. I know. What a pain in the ass, isn't it? You're like, oh gosh. Yeah, good. I'm glad you got it done. I got mine done earlier today, so I was kind of lucky.
Uh-huh. Are you on SoundCloud now?
yeah, right. I should be.
You should. I am. I'm not a SoundCloud rapper, but all these podcasts are on SoundCloud. This is a podcast. At the end of the day, that's really what these are. They're podcasts. I've been saying that forever. So you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, SoundCloud. I think Janice follows me on SoundCloud. I think she's the only one that listens on SoundCloud.
Sharon's picking on Paul.
There she is.
Sharon's picking on Paul again. Big sacks like Paul.
Oh man. Janice Lala is our big SoundCloud listener. I know it's getting to be about that time. Want to do a giveaway? We totally forgot to do one last night.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this. Let me
We'll do a giveaway, then we can call it.
Stream. Let me find StreamYard. Where is it?
Wayno, what is the EVH riff that makes you just go, yes? Be honest. I'm a drummer. It has to be Unchained. Mean Street. Unchained, Mean Street are right up there. For me, it's Ain't Talking About Love. I mean, just that opening riff is just like, fuck, is that incredible? Then just the cowboy chords and for me, it would be Ain't Talking About Love. But Unchained, Mean Street, especially that freaking G chord in the opening of Mean Street, it's like, whoa, definitely for me.
Let's see, what can I give away? I've been doing guitar picks lately, starting small. We're starting small around here, but we're working up to eventually I'll be giving away guitars and stuff.
Yeah, just don't give that Frankie away.
No, that one's not going anywhere. All right. Hashtag win in the chat right now. If you'd like to win, whatever it is, I'm looking.
Hold on, I'm putting in for it too.
What should I give away? What should I give away here?
How about a set of strings or something?
I mean, I kind of need. Well,
yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, oh crap, I only got one set of strings left.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Do we have guitar players in here? Those of you that are watching, are you guys all guitar players? Are a lot of you guitar players? Twins? Yes. Okay. All right, I'll do these. I'll do these. They're just sitting here. These were sent in to me to use. But I've got a set of Super Slinkies right here. right here. Like I said, these were actually sent in for me to use on my Sunday night show, but I got them sitting here. I'll
Cool.
give these away right now. Ernie Ball Super Slinky set
My favorite strings.
right here. So if you don't play guitar, let me know. But we're trying to make it to where you can win like once like a month. So if you happen to be here and you win tonight and you already won something recently, let me know. We like to get some new names. I should probably be writing them down. But okay, I got a super slinky set. Again, these were given to me to use, but I'll give them away right now. And but thank you. The person that sent these in, thank you though. Thank you so much. All day of all night says, "Are you those the ones that he said?" I don't know if they are. They're just sitting here.
That's funny.
Hopefully they're not, but if they are, thank you. And I hope you win them. No, see, I don't want to be a regifter. That's the thing.
Right.
That's the thing. So, well, how many we got 15 entries? We got 58 people sitting here.
Somebody wants to win.
I'm going to get something to drink real quick. Yeah, hashtag win in the chat right now. Right now. Right now. And Ned's back. You didn't bring a rat in, did you?
He brought a snake in this time.
Ned, where are you? Oh, he's running over there. Hang on. Entertain them for a second. I gotta
right.
see what he's doing.
All right, so who's got some guitar questions? Ask anything away, and hopefully I can ask it. Somebody asked me a question about one of Eddie's guitars. Take your pick. Could be any of them. Could be the Rasta Strat. It could be a Music Man. It could be an EVH, Kramer, PV, anything. Who's got a question? You guys want to go back, watch the show last night? I brought out a couple of really cool guitars. I brought out the Drake Snaggin. The Drake Snaggin. I got to have another one of these, apparently. I brought out the Snake Dragon, the Drake Snaggin. Majestic says, I want to know more about your mini wet, dry, wet setup. Yeah, I can give you a quick rundown through that. Steve Franklin says, what's your favorite? Absolutely, hands down, the 5150 Kramer. That is the guitar that just made me want to play, and it's my absolute favorite Van Halen guitar. And I'm lucky enough to probably have one of the closest replicas to the real one in my collection, just because I had such an amazing builder build it for me. Yeah, it would definitely be that one. CC, looking for a trans trem to add to my collection. Or add to my existing guitar. Do you have any terms? Say trems or parts? It terms, but parts. If you mean any part like trems or parts, I don't. I the only trans trem that I have is the one on that guitar. Majestic. If you go through some of the videos on my channel, I really go into detail on my wet dry wet rig, but basically, in just a nutshell, what it is I run a small PV. I have a PV 5150 head, and I have 3 1x12 cabs. The 2 outside ones are wet, and the one in the middle is dry. And the head runs the middle one, the dry one. It's just a dry signal in the middle, right to the head. And I have an eventide pitch factor and an eventide time factor that send 2 separate delays to the outside cabinets. I forget the numbers. I have to go look, but the one like on the left is like pop, 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 and the one on the right is pop, pop, pop. So that gives you a nice pinging delay dual effect. And then the eventide pitch factor is running on micro pitch, which is a stereo detune, which is what Ed used. And basically on the left, it's set to -9 cents, and on the right, it's set to +9 cents. So what that does, it gives you a huge, big stereofied detune type sound. And again, the two outside cabs, the left and the right one, have a delay going to them, two separate delays, and then -9 cents detune and +9 cents detune, and then the cab in the middle is dry. And what powers the two outside cabs, the effects cabs, is I have a power amp. I have a QVC power amp. And then I run those to the effects to the outside cabs, and they run back into what's called a little gray box, which goes back into the head. So again, the head powers the dry cab, and the power amp powers the two wet cabs. So that's basically what a wet, dry, wet is. That's like a real quick way of explaining it. There's other ways to do it. If you really want to get that, that for unlawful carnal knowledge balance sound that Ed had, which is my favorite. And you're not running a budget for like, a wet, dry, wet rig with 3 cabs, whatever. You can do it on a mono. You can do it on a combo amp, just a single, 1x12 amp. You just need to have a stereo, or excuse me, you just need to have a delay box like a DD3. And Boss makes an incredible pedal called a PS6 Harmonist. And it has a detune setting, which gives you that detune. Now, it's not a stereo. It's not a true wet, dry, wet, but that's the closest sound you're ever going to get on a mono setup. And it sounds amazing. It really does. But if you want to do the real wet, dry, wet, you would need a power amp for the two effects cabs. And then, your head would run to the middle one. And Leo, we actually talked about this last night. Johnny and Kurt and I were talking about putting original Floyds on different types of guitars. Yes, an original German Floyd will fit properly on a USA Wolfgang. They will also fit on a PV Wolfgang, and they will also fit on a Music Man. They're pretty much all the same dimensions. The spacings for the pole pieces or not the pole pieces, but the post spacings are all the same. There's some slight adjustment depending on which one it is, but they will definitely fit, and they can work. Wet heads, drunk sex. Cheers to that one, Sharon.
It's still early.
It's still early, right? All right, we got a winner, do we?
Not yet. We're gonna what do you call it? We're gonna draw for the winner for these guitar strings right here.
Yeah, the H9 Max is good too, James. You're right. Definitely. That's a great rig too.
Yeah.
Nichols says, "Hey Ron, what's your favorite pickup?" Why does everybody call me Ron all the time?
I don't know.
What's up, Jim? That's a really good question. I think if I had to, where's my pickup? There it is. I think if I had to call it, I would say probably. It's a toss-up between the DiMarzio Tone Zone, which is what the Music Man's had, and the EVHs, or like a Duncan 78. I really love the sound of a Duncan 78. Pariah, I mean, yeah, Sean Christopher's got some awesome stuff. A lot of my pickups I'm getting now are Pariahs. My PV Wolfgang striped guitar I just had done. I put the Pariah pound cakes in them. Sounds great.
Wait, this just in. Jim Nicholas. Hey now. He left a word out. It's, "Hey Ron, what's your favorite pickup line?" I think that's what he meant to say.
Pickup line? Like for chicks? I have a few of them.
What's your favorite one?
Let's see. What do I usually use? Depends. Let's see. I'll usually walk up and say one or two things. They'll say, "Hey, you got a boyfriend?" No. I'll be like, "You want one?" No. Pretty much I'll walk up and say, "Hey, can I buy you a drink? I think you're really attractive." Because I will say, I mean, I don't care. I'll just walk. I'm very confident. I'll walk right up and say, "Hey, how are you? Can I buy you a drink?" And usually women are not accustomed to guys being that upfront. They're accustomed to either inappropriate dickheads, or they're accustomed to a guy that has no game, no confidence. He's like, whatever. So I'll usually just walk up and say, "Hey, how are you? I think you're really attractive. Can I buy you a drink?" And if she says, well, I have a boyfriend, I'm sorry, I'll say, well, that's okay. You can hang out with him when I'm not around. I'm kidding. I won't
That's
say
okay. He can drive us around.
that. Yeah, he can drive us. Actually, I have said that. I say, well, you can hang out with him when I'm not.
Oh, that's okay. He can go too.
Yeah, but he
All
sits
right.
up front. We sit in the back.
Wait, no, what?
Wayno says you got to answer a riff question.
Answer my what's your question? Did he ask it already?
Sharon says, pickup line, but to inspect me for free. I got to meet this Sharon Wildaller.
Hey, we've hooked him up before on the show.
Don't we have stories, guys? Don't we have stories? Don't we have stories? No.
We've gotten to people to get. We've made love connections on here.
Remember that show, Love Connection?
That's what I need. I need to be making a love connection show. It actually happens.
Yeah, it does.
All right, we're gonna spin it. Yeah, hashtag win in the chat right now for these super slinky strings.
Hey now. We got 22 entries.
Okay, you ready?
Let's do
And
it.
again, hopefully we'll get a new name in here. If not, we'll keep spinning.
Drum roll.
Stephen Franklin. Okay, here we go.
Leo.
I think Leo won though the other day. Right?
Did
I think
he?
he won like 3 times in one day. I think he won. We're gonna draw again. Sorry, Leo. Next month.
Sorry, Leo.
Once a month.
Please.
Right? Hopefully. All right, here we go again.
I'll stretch. Jim Nichols.
Jim Nicholas, have you won yet?
He just did.
Jim Nicholas.
Congratulations. Won a set of slinky strings.
Super Slinkies. Super Slinkies, right?
Nice. Very, very cool. Merry Christmas, Jim.
Jim Nicholas.
Sorry, Leo. Leo's like, yeah, I did. You can give it away.
Yeah. Yeah. Once a month. Stay away.
He's like, yeah, I already won. You can give it away.
There we go. Jim Nicholas. Awesome, man.
Congratulations.
Awesome. And actually, that brings me to what I was going to say.
Stay away.
Yeah, don't stay away. But if you're enjoying these shows, subscribe to this channel because you can only win if you're in the chat. And you can only chat if you're subscribed. You can't talk to us in the chat here on YouTube unless you're subscribed to the channel.
You can only
have
win
to be subscribed.
You can only win if you're in the chat, and you can only chat if you're in the win.
That's right. And you can only win once a month as well. It's only because it's fair.
Leo says, Rob, do you prefer the Super Slinkies to the EVH strings? You know, it's funny. I do, because usually that's what I usually buy of the Super Slinkies, the 9 to 42s. That's probably my favorite set of strings. But you know, the more people that I talk to, and I have no proof of this, okay? And I love the EVH strings too. I have no proof of this, but from what I hear and what I've been hearing from a lot of people that are into this, they say they're all the same. They all are made from the same company and the same factory, and they just
There's only like 2 factories out there or something.
Yeah. So I mean, they're pretty much all the same, kind of. Not that's not 100% like you know Johnny said, but a lot of it's packaging, I think, you know, and like gauges and nickel wound, whatever, flat wound, whatever you want to call it, So I mean, there's a bunch of different variations, but I prefer typically the Ernie balls. I've always been an Ernie ball fan. I really have. So that's typically what I'll end up buying. Yeah. Sometimes I'll get the Diodarios. Those are okay, but and I typically will always use nines on my Floyd guitars. All my Floyd guitars will have nines. When I got this Kramer, it's funny. It came from when I bought it brand new. It had tens on it. I'm like, what the frick is this? It's like tens on a Floyd. Now I know some people do that. Some people do use tens on a Floyd. It's a preference thing. I personally prefer nice light strings on a Floyd guitar.
Yeah, same here.
Any of my guitars that don't have Floyds, I typically will run tens, like my Destroyer and my Strat, my Les Paul. Those all have tens on them. You're the same way, Johnny?
Same.
Yeah.
Same. So Jim Nicholas, you're the big winner. I know that says Jim Nicholas. I mean,
Hell is that?
That's I should have been a doctor apparently. Jim Nicholas, there you are. Message me. I know you have my number. I get your texts. If you can get WhatsApp, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to get everybody to convert over to WhatsApp with that phone number. But since you do have that number, text me.
Yeah.
Text me.
Sharon says 9s and 13s. Good one.
Awesome. Awesomes. All right. Are we good?
Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah.
All right.
Johnny, let's do a show next week. Let's do another one next week.
Dude.
I would definitely jump on tomorrow. I just can't tomorrow on Christmas Day, but I definitely will do a Saturday with you soon. But maybe we could do one next week because my work schedule is kind of light next week.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Text me.
Okay. Yeah.
Text me.
But yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Lindy Lynch, what's up?
Hey, Lindy. You just made it. We're out of here.
But you can go back and watch the show because we did have a cool show. We talked about some really cool guitars. And if you didn't see last night's show, check it out. We had a lot of fun last night.
Oh, it was insane.
It was a good time. And please, if you haven't already, request or follow Johnny on Instagram.
That would be awesome.
He likes that when you do that.
That would be awesome. I'm trying to make it to, I think, 2,000 or 3,000 followers on Instagram. Insta. Awesome. Thank you so much, channel members, including Warlag. I will have your name up there as soon as I can remember what program I used to create that with.
Thanks, Randy. Same to you, buddy. Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Leo.
Yeah, thanks, Leo.
Leo, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody, tonight for the donations to the channel and for everything that you guys do, for taking the time on, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. Thank you for taking the time on a Friday night to watch the show. Really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Definitely means a lot to Johnny. And thank you very much for your support. And we definitely hope you guys all have a great holiday. And I look forward to seeing all you guys again really, really soon. Have so much fun hanging out with you guys. Really do. Always do.
Yes. Definitely. Thank you so much. Oh, where is that? Thank you so much, you guys. And I'm going to make some dinner. I'm going to have some dinner, but after I make dinner, I think I'll be doing some GTA right here, or actually on Twitch. On Twitch. So if you'd like to jump over and watch, and actually we'll end with a short clip.
Yeah, Johnny, show a quick clip, would you? Because I'd love to check that out too.
Let's see, where is it?
I don't even know what Twitch is.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. All right, here's a short clip from last night, right here. This is me parachuting.
So that's snow.
It's snow in LA. It's bizarre. Yeah.
Johnny's circling the drain.
I'm gonna hit a pole.
Oh,
See, that's me. That's actually
ouch.
me.
Oh, look at it. It is him.
See?
Oh, he's got a Mac 10.
Pretty cool, huh?
Where'd your
Yeah.
Mac go? Oh, that's
That was
awesome.
last night. That was last night. So yeah, follow me. Follow me on Twitch. GTA these days. Other stuff eventually.
So cool.
So yeah, and Rob, thank you so much, man. We'll do another show.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do one next week.
We'll do
Yeah.
another show. It'll be awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. We're out of here.
Thank you, everyone.
Merry
We'll see you
Christmas.
soon. Guys,
Happy
we'll see you probably
holidays.
next week. Going to do a show with Johnny next week. We'll have some fun again next week, too.
Yes. All right. All right. Johnny Beane TV. Good night.